Daniel.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I've been causing mischief, apparently. All the gremlins in the computer have taken over. It's Halloween.
Right. I just want to take this moment to say I am so sorry. I really did plan on being on time tonight. I don't know what happened. Okay, I do know what happened. But I swear to you, I really was trying. And we were, what we were saying, 9:15, 9:20.
9:20, and then there was 9:25. And as technical errors were happening with the new setup, not caused by you, but by YouTube.
Thanks,
Hello,
YouTube. Yeah.
You've been taken over by the gremlins of Google.
Yeah. For real. Oh my gosh. They changed it. They changed, like, okay, before I get started, I need this moment to vent just for a second. If you'll just be patient with me while I can explain myself a little bit. Okay. YouTube usually has it set up where, okay, I have YouTube Classic, where, that's like the classic live stream setup that's always been there. I keep saying
since the beginning of her time with YouTube.
I keep saying it's been there since the beginning of time because it's always been there for me until now. Anyway, long story short, this year it has come to my attention. Each time that I'd go to Livestream Classic or whatever, it'll say like, hey, why don't you try this other YouTube live stream thing we got going on here? I'm like, no, I'm just going to stick to the stuff I know because everything's set up, everything's in the spot I need it to be, everything works fine the way it is, do not touch it, don't screw this up. Today, they got rid of Classic. Or sometime this week recently, they completely removed the option to use the Classic. And so I had to set up everything all over again. And I had no idea what I was doing. Not a clue. I was freaking out. I was maybe saying some choice words.
Yeah. They were like frack and freaking deagle single winkle. I don't know how you spell that, but it's really, that was there. It was good. I mean, they're all kind of choice words and the dreaded pumpkin spice. Dun dun dun!
Yeah, so it was pretty traumatic for me, but I'm over it. And Daniel and Tommy have both helped me through, so thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Both for that. So yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and just say hi to everybody. Well, hello.
Hello.
Let's just see in the chat real quick who is all here. Daniel's like, ha ha ha, I'm here as well.
Chaos.
yes, you're here. Hey Tommy. Hey Tommy.
Hello!
Wichita Films, hey, good to see you. Thank you for joining me last week and everything. It was a really good stream, and it was a pleasure having you. If you didn't get a chance, if everyone hasn't got a chance to go see that one, go ahead and check it out. We wish we could have done more improv, but we had a lot of good conversations anyway. So thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris from Wichita Films for last week. I really appreciate it. And good to have you here. And he says, Edwin has confirmed the reason for the stream delay is due to Carissa being locked in the closet by Charlie for not buying the good cat treats. Oh my gosh, of course. What a jerk. Edwin is such a jerk.
What can I say?
Cats.
Cats?
Yeah.
They got a mind of their own.
They really do. Teresa. Hey, Teresa. How you doing? Good to see you here. She says, I was worried I missed you guys again. Came looking for you 5 p.m. my time. Oh, that's really sweet. Well, I'm glad that you made it, and I'm sorry I'm late. It's good to have you here. Let's see. Tommy is explaining Streamlabs being difficult. Yeah. YouTube and Streamlabs. Yeah. Daniel's like, I'm causing mischief. Of course you are, as always.
Definitely.
All right, we figured it out. We got it. Okay, gotta love change. Yeah, for real. Hey, the mean kitty's here. Hi, Corey.
Hey, Corey.
Hey, Corey and Kristen. How you doing tonight? Good to see you here. Woo! That was so freaking stressful. Hey, can I get a high five from you? Because, like, for some reason, I feel like that's going to make me feel better. I don't know. All right. Teresa says, reminds me of Facebook and their change of how everything looks and works. Still driving me crazy. Yes, that is another thing. Lately, when I've been trying to share to my CarissaLicious Facebook page and the YouTube groups, like, I didn't even get a chance to go in the YouTube groups because... What? You know, why even take a chance right now? But long story short, everything's erroring out right now. I don't know what is going on. But yeah, I'm glad you guys found your way here. Seriously. Thank you for being here. It was just been crazy. Yeah, nothing like last minute. Okay. Yes. All right, cool. With that said, let's get to the fun stuff. All right. I asked Daniel his favorite food and treat and everything, and he had something a little out of the ordinary. I was like, hey, what's your favorite chip and dip and beverage? And his beverage, Coca-Cola, which is pretty normal.
Yep, pretty amazing.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Can't go wrong there. And then he has
controversial.
Candy corn.
Very controversial.
Yes. Candy corn. So we figured, hey, it's this time of year, so might as well give it a try. Would you like to bust these open?
I would love to.
Yeah,
yes.
Go for it. So while you're doing that, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so hi, my name is Daniel Blankenship. I am the chaos maker of For Tonight. I have caused all kinds of mean craziness. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm watching and learning, and it was kind of fun because we had to work through all the different situations. And I work in film, television, and production of general types. A lot of live events. One of the great things that I get to do is work with a charity here in Tulsa called Tulsa Pop Kids, which is a nonprofit that promotes literacy here in Oklahoma. And sorry, guys,
I just realized I am so sorry. I forgot about your.
It's all good.
Finger.
We were working last night because we have a drive-through Comic-Con coming up this October. And we were working on building a pirate ship for it. So yesterday I was moving some stuff, and I cut open my finger, and I hurt my wrist doing some stuff, but it's going to be an amazing event. Because the idea is we try to get inside the imagination of a child and get them to dream about learning more and doing and accomplishing the things that their heroes accomplished. Oh, okay. So like STEM, we want to go into science, technology, education, all those different areas, and the concept of... getting somebody to want to be the best parts of Tony Stark or the best parts of Batman without all the pathos and the my mom and dad are dead and all those kind of things. We want to get them into more the gadget building and those kind of things and inspire them. Yeah.
Stuff that really gets them thinking outside the box and everything.
Exactly.
Right? So
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I work in film, like I said, film and television. I do a lot of, I've been a cameraman for UFC fights. I have.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm the guy that actually goes inside the ring, and I'm holding the camera, and I'm the guy that goes there as the announcer says, and in this corner, we got this guy, and in this corner, we got this guy, and in that corner, I see a lot of, busted noses and broken things, and I have a nemesis as a cameraman. The little 100-pound, yes, it's funny, but the little 100-pound ring girls are my problem. You know what I know why? It's because they only weigh 100 pounds, but I've got a cable coming out of the back of my camera, and as I'm sitting there, and as the guy's sitting there talking, I'm holding the camera, and it's about a 25, 30-pound camera, but after 4 hours, your arms are already like this, and you've got a cable going off the back of your head, and you've got your headset on, and so they're telling you what's going through, and so on the cable, the little ring girl, she's walking around, and she's looking all her thing. She can't miss a cable that's behind me. Really? You can't? She steps on it every single time.
Oh!
So as I'm talking, it goes, whoa, hello. So if you go back and watch the replays, I can see the ones where I was like, there, she stepped on it. Kunk. Yep, kunk. And so that's why I've learned to, whenever she comes out, I get a little bit lower, and I'm ready for it, so it only goes, ugh, instead of going, really big and that kind of deal. Because, it's the UFC. It's a pretty kind of big deal,
Yeah, I'd say. That's really cool.
Yeah, and so I could get to do that. I've directed. I've been in front of the camera some. I've been behind the camera some. I've done all kinds of crazy fun stuff. Stage managed. Carissa and I actually worked on a couple of Comic-Cons together, so we got to do some stuff in Oklahoma City, Dallas, and a few other places, and it's been good. We got to do that. So I'm one of those production guys that are just kind of all over the place, and I am a director by training, so I prefer to do that. I directed a couple international stage shows and a couple national stage shows, and I do lots of other things. whatever will buy a sandwich or some candy corn.
Okay. Yeah, pretty cool. Hey, knock yourself out.
Woo!
Yeah, I think we've earned it.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
All right, very cool. Gotta love change. Yeah, for real. That's how that's how the world keeps you on your toes,
Yeah.
For sure. Teresa says, reminds me of... Oh, okay, already read that. Oop. Yeah, nothing like last minute. Okay. You never see groups on Facebook anymore. That's interesting. I have kind of wondered about Facebook lately because it seems like it's very biased on who it shows you.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm missing a lot of really important notifications myself. And I feel like a lot of friends I see notifications for don't see my notifications back.
That's true.
And I don't know why, but it's just kind of mind-boggling, if you're mutual friends, you should see each other's stuff.
You should see each other's stuff, yeah.
Equally, You're interacting equally. I mean, I thought, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy, but yeah, Facebook is wild.
I know. I always see your notifications on YouTube. I don't get your notifications on Facebook.
That is crazy because I put a lot of effort into the notifications on Facebook, and hardly anyone sees it. That's wild. Well, that's okay. Oh, Wichita says Edwin sighting. Oh my god, candy corn is pure sugar. Yes.
Amen.
Yes, that's why we like it, man. We love our sugar. You can't have. You can't have a good life without sugar. I mean, I guess you can, but, it's
a lot
just
harder.
Not fun, you know? You have to work harder at having fun if you don't have sugar in your system.
I agree.
Just the way it is. Okay. Let's see. Teresa says, I'm gravitating more and more towards Twitter these days. I'm just now starting to get it. I'm just now starting to get to where I'm more comfortable on Twitter and everything. There for a while, I tried it out, and I only had at first I was just I had 5 followers, and so if I posted anything I was just talking to myself, but I had to work really hard to get where I'm at, and I'm almost to 300, so I might get a couple, a few people that might say something to me every once in a while, which is cool, and I also feel like I still have room to say whatever I want, because not everyone is seeing what I'm posting, so I'm if I want to vent about something random, hey, maybe Twitter's a place to do it.
It's true. Now, Twitter is one of those... okay, so I looked at the demographics of Twitter, and the largest users of Twitter are actually Americans. Okay, because it's in a worldwide platform, but it's actually done more by Americans, and it's more usually the upper... I'm not trying to sound elitist, but it's more upper crust, or usually people that are of greater financial... finances than others, and so you get a lot of people that are biased towards one thing or the other thing, and so you get a lot of they've had to fight a lot of hate speech, is with the article that I was reading, because they're trying to define what is hate speech in politics, what is hate speech towards body types, what is that kind of deal, because if you work with a kids organization, you want to use the platform that's going to reach your demographic the most, not necessarily that, and you want to keep away from something that would expose a kid that's interested in learning what you're about. You want to keep away from the stuff that's going to get them into more where they're comparing yourself and hurting yourself. So that kind of deal. So
bad stuff.
Yeah, I've read a lot about the social media of that, and that Twitter is the one that is the least child friendly. That's what I'm trying to say, and there's a whole lot of negativity, a lot more politics. It's more of the cancel culture comes from that versus like TikTok or Facebook, or from even Facebook, or if you want to go to Venmo or those kind of platforms.
Oh yeah.
They Twitter is the one that's more decisive.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about Twitter is you get to possibly talk to or interact with a lot of cool people, every once in a while, if you tweet something that someone that you look up to, is you retweet something of theirs, or you interact in any way, if they say something back, it just means the world to you. It's really cool, and Twitter is the only place really that you get that kind of action. I think YouTube, in a lot of ways you get that, but not all the celebrities are on YouTube, but the ones that are and that actually take the time to respond or whatever, as much as you can. I know you get so big you can't possibly, but it feels really special,
It's true.
they saw what I said, Very, very cool.
Yeah. Oh, like if you want to talk to one of my friends and actually one of Carissa's acquaintances, her name's Jennifer Marshall. She's got a TV show called Mysteries Decoded on CW. And she was at our Comic-Con last year, and we've been friends for a very long time. But yeah, her Twitter, you get on, she's actually the one that's tweeting back to you. It's not her team or not her management. It's actually her. So yeah, it's amazing. Twitter is a great place for getting to actually interact with somebody.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Can you pass me some candy
Please.
corn? Because I believe the Mean Kitty has suggested something. Let's see. Mean Kitty is asking, how many candy corn can you fit in your mouth at once while saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? All right. Should we try it? Well, we got a whole bag. Might
okay.
well, right?
Let me see here. This will be kind of funny. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Should we get like a bowl? Let me grab
let's grab a bowl.
Like,
let's grab a bowl and do this.
More
Okay.
sanitary. Hold on just a second. We're going to do this. We're totally going to do this.
Okay. Did you read the 3 questions? Do you know what the 3 questions are?
Can you ask them the 3 questions?
Okay, I'm going to ask you the 3 questions. Okay. Oh, gotcha. I'm trying to think of how I stated them all because they were hilarious.
Alaska and South Dakota?
Yes. Ah, yeah, that's right. Okay. So, in a battle between North Dakota and Alaska, who would drink the more apple cider? And if you were you were with Pinky in the Brain and you were going to take over the world, which country would you start with first? That was 2 of our questions, and we'll get our 3rd one here in a second.
Here's a bowl. It's plastic, so
Perfect.
You know how it is. You know, I broke a glass during a stream, and Tommy was cleaning it up while I kept going on with the stream. And so last week when I had a stream, or a couple weeks ago, I was literally drinking out of a plastic measuring cup because I was so scared I was going to break another glass during a stream.
Yes.
It was great. So plastic all the way. You can't go wrong with it. Oh, hold on here. Guess first.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, man.
Woo.
Hey, load it up.
Hot dog.
Yeah, like, whatever.
Yes.
You only live once. Let's do this.
Are you guys ready? Okay.
How are we going to measure this? Like, are we just going to... Are we even going to count them, or are we just going to start popping them in our mouth?
I got an idea. Okay, so I'm going to start with 20. That's what I'm going to do. 2.
Start with... Okay.
4. Guys, you're letting me loose, and I'm going to have all kinds of fun. 2, 4.
Oh, man.
6.
3.
It's
fine.
Candy corn down!
Yeah, 5,
5
6, 7, 8,
9, 10.
10, 11, 12... 13, 14, 15, 16,
14,
17, 18,
16, 17,
19,
18,
20.
19, 20.
Are we really, like, 20?
Okay.
I mean, 20 is a pretty good amount.
You want to start there, or we want to go more? Okay, guys.
Ooh, should we...
What do you guys think? How many should we do?
Yeah. Is 20 enough? I mean, I got a small mouth that's like... 20 isn't that much. It's
all right, let's do 30. Let's do 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
21. Oh, sorry. I'm
go for it.
Counting out loud. 20. 3,
4,
25, 26, 27, 28,
28,
30. Well, it's a little bit more. Okay, let me
30.
see what they're saying here. Wichita Film says Edwin prefers posting on Kitter. It's Twitter for cats. All they do there is vent about killing owners. Yeah. I'm eventually gonna have nightmares about Edwin trying to kill me as much as we talk about it on here. Teresa says, I follow many LGBT plus groups on Twitter and people that share their pets. Yes, that's right. You share a lot of really cool stuff with me and Tommy on Twitter. So we appreciate you doing that. Like, oh my God. So fun. Okay, let me see. Teresa says, Wichita Films must keep my cats away from that. Right. Keep Opal away from those people or that.
I'm sorry, Tommy. Yes, I dropped the candy corn.
Huge mess. It's funny. Me and Tommy are opposites on that. Like I'll be the one to make the messes, and he's like always shaking his head and rolling his eyes, like, oh my God. Hey, Whitney So's, how's it going?
Hi.
Good to see you. Okay.
If you were Pinky in the Brain, I'd go after Ireland. Just keep them shocked and they'd follow you anywhere. Woohoo!
Oh my gosh, that's a good point. That's
there
so
you
funny.
go.
Okay,
all right, ready?
Should we okay?
So we're starting with 30, and we got to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh crap! I'm gonna have to grab. Sorry, Tommy. I'll grab it. Remind me.
You're good.
Okay, fine. Okay. Oh, yeah, no one knows. It's fine. Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, football club
I can only get half of them in there. Hold on. I overestimated the weight of my mouth. That's delicious. Super califragilisticexpialidocious. Hold on, I can do better. I can do better. I got this. Hey, you over there. Okay, super califragilisticexpialidocious.
Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. I gotta wash it down with Coke.
Okay. I'm not saying.
I got. Oh, there we go. Oh, I had to like us right now, so if you haven't liked us, like, share, and subscribe.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Okay, I can finally talk again. Oh my god. So the verdict is in. I got like 23 in.
Okay. I got all 30.
That's great.
Of course. I think Tommy's right. I'm going to have a sugar rush to the size of New Zealand.
Yeah, you won't be able to sleep tonight.
Nope.
You'll be up all night going,
Woo!
All right.
Hello!
All right. For real.
I'll be planning with Pinky in the Brain. I'll be watching lots of cartoons.
Right. Oh, man. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to talk, but I'm like also feeling rude because I'm like chewing.
That's all good. I'll talk at this point so Carissa can chew. So that way she won't be feel that way. I would rather, since I'm the guest, I would like her to feel good because this is all about having fun. So, we can read comments. Here we go.
Yeah,
okay. Let me see. Hi, Whitney. Hey, sorry, was at a family home viewing of Mulan. Oh, you're watching Mulan. So, the Disney
cool.
Premier Access. If you guys haven't found out this, Disney is trying a new thing where they're trying to actually release the movie on Disney Plus for Premier Access. I think it's about $30 for the use of the movie, and I believe you are actually going to get a copy of the Blu-ray if I'm not wrong. It is a new way of trying to release in the atmosphere since all of the movie theaters have been shut down. Mm-hmm. It's causing major controversy in other states or other countries because they were supposed to be getting a major theatrical release because there's not a lot of stuff going out of Hollywood right now.
Oh, okay.
So they've got Bill and Ted that also did a similar thing that's playing in the movie theaters and at home where you can rent stuff.
That's cool.
Now Bob Iger was the former CEO and he was replaced by Bob Chapek. Bob Chapek is also known as Bob Chapek, and I'm not trying to be mean. It's just he's the one who is very much a penny pincher at Disney, and so he's the one who cut all of the maintenance budgets and all of the stuff for Disney's Galaxy's Edge. So all of the interactive entertainment that was supposed to be going on at Galaxy's Edge was cut because Bob was trying to save the money, and so that's why Disney. It became a very stunning place to look at, and it's a place to buy stuff and go get something to eat. But there's not a whole lot other than 2 different rides at Galaxy's Edge to ride. And I'm not trying to be mean. Anybody who's been there, they love it. That's great. Mm-hmm. But he's also Disney is looking at this model because Mulan was made for the Chinese film market because China actually has a bigger box office than we do. Because
really?
Yep. Because China's bigger. I know it's very weird. And the way they would do things is China, we can only release so many American films over in China. So Disney was trying to actually release the Mulan for the Chinese market. And so they cut out several of the different characters. And I'm no spoilers, no spoiler free there, spoilers. Spoiler alert. So they were trying to release it for that, but due to COVID and everything being shut down, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, due to the situations in the world right now,
beyond their control,
they shut down a lot of the theaters. So they were Disney's trying to make some of that money back by offering it direct to consumers.
Well, that's
pretty cool. I was wondering how they would deal with that kind of thing, because I know there's a lot of stuff that was supposed to come out that just didn't make it.
Yep, and is on delay, like the new Ghostbusters film that is coming out next year now, because it was already supposed to have been out. It's got Paul Rudd in it.
Ooh, cool.
And I'm trying to
Ghostbusters.
Finn Wolfhard, I think, from Stranger Things. He's supposed to be in it, and a few others, and yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, Stranger Things, I still haven't seen that. It's on my list of things to see.
I can't wait till you see it. Then it'll be something to talk about.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like right now, Tommy has me into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
Like I am so into it, and we are on like season 2, episode 5 or something like that, and I'm just kind of blown away by it, and I'm really mad about it too. For those of you that don't know about it, it's Marvel show, and it has a lot of references to Thor and other characters in the Marvel universe, and it's really an exciting show. It's kind of cool, and I'm just mad about it because I'm not going to spoil it, but basically in season 1 there is an expectation of some characters to be one way, and they are maybe not the way that you thought they were, and I'll leave it at that because I don't want to ruin it for anyone that hasn't seen it. But if you like the Marvel universe and you like a good like a mystery with a little bit of comedy thrown in there,
action, romance,
it's got all of it rolled into one. It's basically like you're watching a Marvel movie every episode.
Yes, and that's kind of what it was built on, was to trying to extend the universe of the world thereof of the Marvel, let's call Marvel Prime Universe, okay? So of those movies, they tried to spin that off with Agent Carter, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Then there were several Hulu shows that they tried to do stuff with. The mutant characters, they all existed in the same universe, and even the characters from the Defenders. So you had Jessica Jones, you had Danny. I'm trying to think of his series, but it was all of those Netflix series were also weaved into the larger universe.
Okay.
So they were trying to tell stories like in the movies they were telling large stories. Okay,
yeah.
How they affected the whole of humanity, or the galaxy when you get to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they were trying to tell, again, the directly spun off from the movies. They were trying to tell those kind of stories that are directly like one-on-one, smaller things.
The more personal
stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And then the whole underground, what it's doing on a neighborhood level was more the Jessica Jones and the Netflix series. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when they spun off with the Hulu stuff, that was where they got the more progressive oddball comic stuff that it would not be something that the normal large audience would know. It would be more the hardcore comic people would know.
Oh, okay.
And again, we used to work at a Comic-Con. We actually worked with Stan Lee on a commercial and some of the stuff. He was one of our guests, so it was there. Yeah. Now, and yes, Teresa, I forgot about Doom Patrol and that, and we are going to discuss The Boys at some point this evening. Spoiler alert.
What was this? Sorry.
Oh, what was that? The spoiler alert? Oh, yeah, we were going to discuss The Boys.
Oh, yeah, yes, that's right. Sorry, I just realized that I overlooked a comment, so I want to bring it out. So, hey, Brett, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Brett Hornby says, why does candy corn get hate for Halloween candy? I know. I don't get it. I don't mind it, but not sure I'll stuff my face. I don't know. Maybe after tonight, you might feel inspired to. I don't know if we helped inspire you to do that, but no, maybe not. But like, man, it was good. I feel really jazzed up right now.
I know it. I'm like, woohoo!
Man, I'm not sure if it's the candy corn or the Samuel Adams, but between the two,
it's true. I mean,
man,
we turned it to 11. It's got one more. 11.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Chinese Ballad of Mulan. It's Stephanie. Oh, should I read these out loud, or you want to read these out loud?
Okay. I mean, you can read it.
In the voice of Teresa Simpson. No.
Yeah.
I just read a story about the Chinese Ballad of Mulan at Stephanie Bethany. It said that they found numerous burials of female warriors, and that is true. There is.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, it's just not something that we know a ton about actually inside of our American culture. From at least I know, I grew up in Michigan, so it was not something that was there. We learned more about French culture and Canadian culture because that was 20 minutes, or I'm sorry, we were about 45 minutes from the border, so I learned a lot more about that than Chinese or that kind of deal. So I learned more about it in college. When you have to take a world history. So that's where I learned a lot about it. So yes, you're very much correct. There was a lot of those.
Very interesting. I never even thought about there being female warriors in
yeah, it's actually I was reading a lot about it this last couple of weeks that the traditional one that we know as Disney as Mulan shows it happening over a series of weeks. Okay, but I believe if it's correct, it was a period of over 10 years.
Oh, okay.
So she was a warrior and a general in that culture for over 10 years. So, and there's a couple other things I read. I want to before I spout them off because they would be completely rumor. I want to verify them. Like she was one person said that they wanted her to be a concubine to the emperor. All these different kind of things, and it's like I'd rather know the real deal rather than all the rumor mill.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
Forthcoming YouTube channel, the Rumor Mill, where you just say whatever comes through your head.
Right. There you
While
go.
eating candy corn.
There you go.
I hope you're having fun as much as we are. Here we go. Let me see.
Yeah.
Teresa says, I wanted to watch the new Mulan too. We agree. Iger came back for the COVID transition. Yes, Wichita Films. He did come back, and they were sharing the spotlight, or I shouldn't say sharing the spotlight, sharing responsibilities as of right now. And a lot of the different call when they do the investors calls and those kind of things. Mm-hmm. Bob Chapek's doing a lot more stuff as of right now. But it depends on the day who you get more from. Bob Iger was really in charge of a lot of the acquisition of the Marvel universe and the Star Wars universe, and caused major contention in the Star Wars universe. Whether you're a prequel fan or not a prequel fan, if you're a Mandalorian fan, he played a role in all of that. And that's a topic for another discussion, not when we're hyped up on candy corn.
Oh, man.
So,
right? For real.
Okay, let me
see.
see. Yeah.
I will read this.
Okay.
This one. Teresa says, I'm going to wait to see Bill and Ted 3 until the rental price is less than $12.
Good call.
That is a very good call. I just newsflash, I finally, did I already say this last week? I finally watched Bill and Ted 1 and 2.
Yes!
It only took several years, no big deal. But, I didn't even realize it was such a big thing.
Yeah.
But apparently it came out, the first one came out in 1989, and I was born at the end of 1986.
Oh, okay.
So I was really, it wasn't something that I would have known to look at. But... I loved Wayne's World back in the day, and I did manage to see that, and I love Wayne's World. Party time!
Excellent!
Woo!
I could try to
Swing!
Yeah. I love that.
Right. I just love Wayne's World so much. Good times. Yeah. But it's funny how similar the Bill and Ted is to Wayne's World. Yeah. But it's funny because I would have thought when I was watching Bill and Ted now, that Bill and Ted was inspired by Wayne's World because they say things like excellence and stuff like that. And then now I'm thinking... Now that I know the timeline of what came out first, I'm like, Wayne's World copied Bill and Ted. It wasn't the other way around. I'm like, oh, I thought that was original, and I guess in a way it was, but they certainly borrowed a lot of ideas.
They did, and that kind of culture is there. I mean, if you've been to California and you've been around... I've been around a lot of those guys working in production and doing shows over there. I've met a lot of guys that I'm like, I could swear you are Bill S. Preston and you are Theodore Logan. Yes, I could see that completely.
Yeah.
They're in Venice Beach, and just stay away.
There you go. Oh my gosh, how funny.
Okay.
Let's see. Our local theater is playing E.T. What? They're playing E.T.?
Did you phone home about that? Alfred Hitchcock said the pun is the highest form of American literature. He wasn't from America. He was from Britain. He was picking on us.
That's a bummer, because I love a good pun.
Yes, me too.
As some of you guys might know, Tommy rolls his eyes at my puns all the time. I
had to kind of like, get him used to my sense of humor, because I don't think at first I was very punny. Like when me and him were first hanging out, I didn't make a lot of jokes. But like as he got to know me more and more, he's like, oh my god. I think there was a period of time he's like, I don't know if I can stand all this corny punniness coming from this woman over here. I'm glad that he was able to get over it though. Okay. Tommy says, I really have to see the Bill and Ted Face the Music soon because reasons. LOL.
Of course.
Because reasons. Just reasons.
Reasons for having sex. Or Pinky and the Brain.
For real. Tommy says, on another note, The Boys' new season is out. All right, let's talk about it.
Okay. The boys are in the room.
I
Okay.
am so excited about The Boys season 2. And I'm not calling it The Brothers or The Bros like I have in like almost every other live stream. I don't know why I keep saying the wrong thing, but The Boys. I got it this time. The Boys. Such a good series. And I'm just so excited. I don't know. And I'm just really interested to see what happens next with everything. I
had when we were discussing in the pre-show kind of stuff, like about The Boys, I had a different reaction that kind of surprised Tommy, and he can answer in the comments. I have a little problem with the series, and most people would think because it's the content.
Interesting.
Yeah, because if you guys are not familiar with it, we're not going to destroy things, but it's going to take. They wanted to take the tone of what would happen instead of a graphic novel if Superman was, I wouldn't say evil, but did
a jerk?
Yes, that would be a great way to put it. Yes. And
Superman was a jerk. Yes.
If our superheroes were, if they didn't have any restraint on their powers or had their no moral responsibility in some ways.
Yeah.
The Flash was on drugs or those kind of things. So,
yeah. It's a very dark series.
So mine was, if you look at the editing, like the way they edited the show together, how tightly the edits are towards the end of the series versus the beginning of the series. The end of the series looked much, much better and much stronger than the beginning of the series. So I have a visceral, because I just didn't like the editing concept of it all. And I know that's so off the level, but that just goes... There you go. That's what it is. I mean, it challenges for any of those... for any of you that have children, just let you know that there are things that are made out of age appropriate for them. So please don't watch it with kids in the room or anywhere around or that kind of deal. Please just, I don't want to spoil anything for you. Just know all type of different topics and things are being addressed and discussed and I don't know what I can say without messing him up.
There are scenes that portray adult things. And,
there you go. That would be a good way to put it.
There's cussing. and
those
all
kind of
that
things.
Stuff,
so
it's really good. You should totally check it out. So good. I can't wait. After tonight, after everything's said and done. Me and Tommy are going to watch the first episode of the new season. So, yes. So thrilled.
It stars Carl Urban, if you are a fan of the new Star Trek movies. It had, there you go. I can do it even with my hand. Messed up. Carl Urban plays Bones. And so he does an amazing job in that series in Star Trek.
Yeah.
He plays that. He is, I think, one of the great things about him is he's got that darn near that gurness about him compared to the original thing. You just I'm grumpy and I know it, and you just can't do anything about it.
I love people like that. I don't know why. Like a grumpy cat or something, or Edwin, wherever he is. I guess he's gone, but just. Oh no! What happened?
I hit the little thingamajigger.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh no, the chair.
I lost the chair, everyone. Technical difficulties of me using the chair.
It's all good. But what was I saying? Oh, but I don't know what it is about openly grumpy people. It's just it fascinates me because I'm like, they're just so true to themselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they kind of know who they are and they don't care. They just don't. Yeah, they don't care.
They're like, I don't care what you think about me. Get over yourself.
Because I'm still going to go to bed. I'm going to have my candy corn, and I'm going to like it.
Exactly. And there's nothing you can say about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I think okay. All right. Teresa says, "Oh my God, I know, Tommy. I love the boys." Teresa's also into Doom Patrol. I don't think I've ever seen Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol is another interesting one. It is following a group of superheroes that are misfits and put together. It's another one of those slightly in the vein of, I don't know, it's a hard way to explain it, but it's a group of they've got all these different characters that are actually together, and they're tackling more of the big ethereal supernatural things, and so it is crossing dimensions, kind of much like someone of the X-Men series that stars the gentleman from Downton Abbey. And and guys, I do know the name of it, and I just can't remember it right now. It's the X-Men series. I'll find it out for you. I should know better than this. Oh, look, see, again, we're live.
Hey,
and if you haven't, like, subscribe, and share.
Hey, I think it's funny. Can you show them that damn you internet? It's very fitting.
No.
They can see it.
Yep.
It's me going like, damn you internet, and that was from the past. It's funny how history can repeat itself sometimes.
Yes.
Very funny. I just thought it was very fitting. While you're looking that up, I'm going to read more comments. Let's see. Tommy says, I see a lot of people are trying to get them to have a Quake spinoff. I don't know anything about what that means, but a lot of people were doing hashtag Quake spinoff in an interview we were watching with Gemma and I can't remember the other person, but for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Her name was
They're
Elizabeth something.
what's her name?
Elizabeth something.
Elizabeth. The on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. the scientist that has a
Gemma.
Gemma.
Yeah.
She has a English accent.
Very pretty young lady.
She is very pretty.
I met her at a Comic-Con.
You met her?
Yes, I did.
What in the heck?
She was just at the con. I actually was walking back to go meet one of the other actors, and she was in the green room, so I got to meet her there. So
That is so cool.
again, kind, gorgeous, but she's pretty on TV, but I think she's prettier in person. There are people who are that, they look good on TV, but she's prettier in person. But her personality and who she was shine through even more. So she was great. Yeah,
That is really awesome. But yeah, no spoilers. Carissa isn't that far into. Yeah. No, I'm not. But I'll stick to my coffee and my joint, Carissa Lee. You do you, Teresa. That sounds great to me. That sounds perfect. Teresa says, I just introduced my neighbor to In Living Color and Mad TV. She was a small child when they came out too. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Oh my gosh, Mad TV was crazy.
birth of Jim Carrey.
Really?
Yeah, Jim Carrey came out of In Living Color.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. See, I don't think I've seen In Living Color, but I've seen Mad TV. I did. I watched the heck out of Mad TV back in the day.
Yes.
Are you mad?
And Legion was the name of the TV show about Magneto's son. That was starring Dan Stevens, the gentleman who was very popular, played Matthew Crawley in the first couple seasons of Downton Abbey, which is an excellently acted series if you haven't watched it. But if you're not attuned to British drama, you need to watch it and get into it because the characters are so good. But it is, in some ways, what we would consider a soap opera over here, but over there is considered drama. So,
interesting.
Yeah, but it's more high class. It's about the upper crust, the Crawley family, right after the Titanic sinks in the very first episode, and it goes all the way through after World War II. So it's after World War One. So it's an excellent series that actually follows with the times and with what's happening in society amongst the upper crust and with those who are living as servants and in the village. So
okay, that's pretty cool. And this is this is an embarrassing question to ask, but can you explain to me what upper crust means?
Okay, so upper crust would be the upper echelon of finances, so that you would have like people who'd inherited money over in England and those kind of things, that the money that was considered old money, which it was inherited by. So you have a family that is of royal descent, and they have a lot of money that are coming in. So it's going to be all those highbrow, the all the events you couldn't get into if you were middle class or lower class.
Oh, okay.
So the upper crust is because and I believe it comes from the original part of the bread. Is you would have the top part of it before it had gone. By the end of the day, it had gone stale, and you were getting the servants were getting the rest of it that was stale. Whereas the upper crust was the upper forward parts of the bread crust that you were eating with your stuff.
Oh, that's interesting. You know, I once got a Facebook friend request from an account called Upper Crust, and I was like, what the heck is this? What does that even mean? I never even thought that it might be a term for something. I just thought they made up a name that was weird. Or maybe that was just, unfortunately, their real name. I have no idea. They didn't have a profile picture. It was like a picture of like a crab or something weird like that. So I don't know what was going on. But, like, you know, when you said upper crust, I'm like, it came to my mind. I'm like, what? Wait, that's a term for something? What does that mean? I've never heard that. It's weird. Oh my gosh, they had an epic Foxy Lady moment on Wayne's World. Oh my gosh. Oh, epic Foxy Lady moment. Are you talking about when Dana, the actor's name is Dana.
That's
blonde-haired guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like in that restaurant, and he sees that lady, and he's like, "Oh yeah!" And then he has like this big drawn-out fantasy about her. She starts dancing around and stuff, and she in these scantily worn clothes, and he dances for her, right? He's like, I'm gonna get up and dance, and he like in his head he's getting up and he's making all these confident moves and stuff. Yeah, it's coming back to me. Oh my god, I love that movie so much. I'm gonna see it again. I have to see all the Wayne's World movies. Tommy said the editing.
Yep, he was talking about what my problem with The Boys was.
Oh, okay. Carissa says, Tommy McGee, have you guys watched Upload on Amazon Prime yet? I'm looking forward to the second season. Upload?
Upload it's got the actor who was in the first season of The Flash that was married to Danielle Panabaker's character. He has died, and his digital consciousness has been uploaded to a afterlife.
Whoa!
Where he's living kind of like in a Sims reality, you know what I mean, where everything's there and all that kind of deal. So he just wanted to die. I haven't seen it yet, but I watched the commercials and read some stuff about it, and I was like, okay, this could be very interesting, and I'm not for sure. So
I wonder what, like, okay, now I have to see it, because I'm like, well, that's very interesting, but it also seems kind of sad, but at the same time, it almost seems like he wants to die for a very weird reason, so it kind of
he actually just he died unexpectedly. He
died unexpectedly.
Everybody else wanted him uploaded so that they could still have access to him. Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you were saying that he wanted to die, but he still wanted to exist digitally, and I was like, what in the world? But no, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. That's very interesting. I love weird sci-fi stuff like that. Okay. Not yet. Another one kind of hardcore like that on Marvel, but a good show was The Gifted. Have you seen The Gifted?
I haven't seen The Gifted.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's very similar to The Boys, I would say, and because it talks about. It's basically the characters that are part of the X-Files. Okay. That they're
X-Men.
X-Men.
I wasn't gonna say anything, Tommy. I was just gonna let it go.
Thanks, I appreciate that. You knew what I meant. Yep. But they're just they're kind of they're fleeing, they're running from people, they're trying to get them, and all these things happen. I don't want to ruin it, but basically, it's another interesting behind the scenes look at some of the characters.
Yeah, they were on Hulu, I believe. Was the Hulu-based show, or?
I don't think it was on Hulu. I think.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
Hulu, but it's you should check it out sometime.
I'll take a look at it.
Let's see.
The Gifted, yep. Yes, the one is good too, Tommy. Billy Butcher, thank you, because I said Carl Urban, and I should have said Billy Butcher. You're correct. Jim Carrey is Canadian like myself. Cool. Hey, I can relate. I'm from Michigan in the sense I know what Zed is, and I can tell you what a toonie is and a loony and all those kind of things. So yes, great, good job. A loony is a $1 coin. A toonie is a $2 coin. And Zed is what they use for the letter Z.
Okay,
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So,
Shortcut to saying it.
let me see here. One of my favorite actors, but the best days are behind him. Do remember In Loving Color. That Brett Hornby. I still hear the In Loving Color theme song in my head. Wow, that's pretty good. I wonder if I could do that. No, I can't. Never mind. Sure, I can't. I think I would. No, I can't remember it right now.
Walk on the moon. So it's like a balloon.
Yeah, it's been a long time. That's why I was like, nah. I was gonna try to quote it and I couldn't. So, but that's all right. Shoo-wing! According to Carissa.
Shoo-wing! Yes. Hey, biggest Ray Ray, how you doing?
Hey!
Good to see you. He says, I bet food would suck in a digital world like that. Hashtag no flavor. Right? For real! Oh my gosh, we'd miss out so much if we were digital beings.
Everything tastes like chicken, and steak tastes better because remember, we've seen that in The Matrix. We've already discussed that on digital film.
Awesome. Hey, as long as things taste like chicken, I'm fine.
Yes!
That's fine. Ray says, upload some chicken nugs and potato chips. Heck yeah.
Oh, you definitely been watching The Mandalorian. Chicken nuggies!
I've seen an episode of The Mandalorian.
Oh, so you've got some of the best ones in front of you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it's funny in case someone hasn't seen Mandalorian, but I basically, within the first episode, I realized why I was seeing all these memes about Baby Yoda.
Yep.
So that was pretty interesting. Baby Yoda is so cute.
He is.
Oh my gosh.
And therefore, that's why we have memes, because he is so cute.
He's so cute. Yes. Let's see here. Tommy said you missed it. They were eating candy corn earlier, trying to say big words at the same time. Yes. We were. Biggest Ray says, oh man, I did miss out. That sounds funny. Yep.
30 pieces of candy corn, and I said supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is simply quite atrocious. And then I couldn't get any further because then I was going to spit it out, and it was not good.
Right? And I'm pretty sure that no one could understand what I was saying.
Yeah, I don't think anybody understood it. I think we understood each other because we were this close. Yeah,
but like everyone through there, they're just like, what the heck? But yeah, how you got 30 candy corn.
I got 30.
And I got like 23 or so.
It was good.
I overestimated how many I could fit in my mouth. It's ridiculous. You know what? Hey, even candy corn has its limits.
That's true. Hey, and for this week's challenge, if you have candy corn at your house, how many pieces can you get in there and send us digital evidence? That's right.
Oh my gosh, Ray is like, do it again. You want to do it again?
I'll do it again, Ray, if you'll do it again.
Oh!
Oh, SmackDown.
Yeah. All right, try to say paradoxal duality with Charles full of the candy corn.
Okay.
All right, we're not going to count this. I guess we don't have to count it.
Okay.
Well, should we count?
Well, no, let's just do it.
Nah, let's just do it because we already know our limit. All right, I'm going to...
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Here we go. Oh, I actually got more than me. I got to put in some more. Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would look about right? Or do I need more?
A little bit more.
Okay.
I probably put too much in my hand. I don't know.
Gotcha. It's just harder to do with trying to pick up with the finger. So I'm not giving you the finger. I'm saying it just because I've got the thing on my finger.
Yeah.
That came out so wrong. It was not meant at all to be wrong.
Yeah. Poor. Stop giving people the finger, dude.
I know
it. And Ray says he doesn't have candy corn, sad face.
Oh,
well.
Ray, you have failed. Tomorrow, your job is to go buy 14 bags of candy corn.
14 bags? Just why? For the love of God, why?
Because that's how many you're going to need to pacify Pinky and the Brain as they take over your house.
Right? For real, man. Real. Okay, here we go.
Ready? Here we go. Okay.
Oh, and what we're supposed to say? Paradoxal duality.
With jaws full of candy corn. Claws! Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Paradoxal duality.
Paradoxal duality with
jaws full of candy corn.
Paradoxal. Very
Actual driving is claw full of candy corn while visiting Jurassic Park.
Ooh, that is so sweet.
It is. Wow.
Wow. I feel like my brain is just going to reach a whole new level of sugar rush here in a
It
minute.
is. I agree. We're going to sleep well tonight after it all goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After the next 6 hours of being hyper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true.
Let's see. I guess whoever is done chewing first can read the next
Gotcha.
comment.
So here we go. I'll do it. Okay. I'll do it. Wait, I don't have candy corn. Then Whitney says, "Hey, Ray!" So Whitney and Ray are now having a conversation off to the side. Says, "Yay!" And then says, "Hey,
Yeah.
Whitney!" And then Whitney says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Go on. Good."
Everyone's having a good time.
Woo!
I was going to say nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Jeremiah said, "If you mix candy corn with peanuts, it tastes like a payday candy bar. I will have to try that sometime. That sounds good."
I almost forgot.
Oh, look at us! Yes,
Oh
we got
God.
these. So,
I got these today, and I asked Daniel if he'd
Yep.
try them with me.
yeah.
Holy cow!
Totally,
I wish we
totally.
would have maybe considered doing this instead of more of that.
Yeah,
'Cause,
that would've
I'm
been-
starting to get all sugared out, man.
Yeah, me too. And I'm washing it down with Coke, by the way, just so
Oh,
you know.
yeah. All right.
So then we got, let me see here. Johnson, Family Vids and Vlogs says, "Hi guys." And Stephanie says, "Hey Ray." And Biggest Ray says, "Hey Johnson Family, Vids and Vlogs." Then Ray says, "Hey Stephanie." Then Tommy steps in and says, "Carissa is still yet to do a scissor kick challenge, LOL.
Oh yeah, I have to learn how to scissor kick, or I owe Tommy money. I
No.
don't- How much money is it now? Let's see. The deal is okay.
$6 thing.
$6. It's such a high, like a huge thing
Yeah.
to ask to do for $6. I've done so much less for $6. Not even kidding. Pay me your bowl.
Okay, here we go. Candy corn. And
Actually, it's just.
Yeah.
It basically looks like the same thing as you
Yes,
got,
it
but you
is.
just have the addition of the other stuff now.
yeah, it's
So,
true.
yeah, candy corn and chocolate peanuts. Like, who knew that this could be a thing?
Definitely. Okay, so
And, I know that this is a lot of sugar, so if you want to, take some of this home later, as opposed to eating it all now, that's cool,
that's
too.
true. So true.
Um,
This looks good, though.
Oh, it smells good.
It does.
Oh, yeah. Oh, get in my belly. Oh, yeah, now. Oh, that's the stuff right there.
There you
yeah. Okay.
This is what dreams are made of.
Yeah, for real. So what are you guys
Hey now,
eating?
hey now.
Right? What are you guys eating and drinking right
Yep.
now? What's your beverage? What's your snack? Are you snacking?
No. Which, it's funny. If you have a can of Mountain Dew, my friend Mallory, actually her senior year, she did a trip to Edmond, Oklahoma, or it was Edmond, somewhere here in Oklahoma, and she did a relief trip after we had one of those hurricanes in 2013, or not hurricanes, I'm sorry, hurricanes are in the ocean, those kind of things. We're talking about tornadoes. And with Team Rubicon. And Team Rubicon is celebrated on the Mountain Dew packages, and Mallory is on the actual package. It's her picture.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so if you are drinking Mountain Dew, and Mallory, if you're watching, want to shout out, she was here last year. She was one of our cosplayers at the Tulsa Pop Kids, the Tulsa Pop Culture Expo. She, so she was dressed up. She's a redhead as well. She's amazing. Alagoose cosplay. You need to go follow her. She does. Oh, so she does some amazing things, but she's also a stunt rider. She does a lot of Western stunt riding, and she's coming to Tulsa to do a Red Dead Redemption photo shoot.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so total side note. I'm sorry. I've had too much candy corn, and my brain is just going sideways from what we were actually talking about.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
It's all good.
So are we ready?
Yes, and then after that, I'm going to start here and make sure I answer these.
Oh, she is here. Mallory's here.
Oh, Mallory McCoy?
Yes!
Oh, wow, cool. Mallory McCoy, welcome. We were just talking about you.
You're amazing, by the way. And I will say that she just nailed her first biology exam. She just nailed it out of the park.
Congratulations. That's very cool. Very cool. You should be proud.
Sorry, I missed your message, Mallory. I'm sorry.
Oh man, very cool. Okay.
Here we go.
Are we gonna do a bunch of this? Or?
I don't. I think we tasted. I just happened to grab. That's what I grabbed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Just all right. Let's. It's a little bit more peanut buttery tasting than I would thought.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's true.
Okay, I mean it works. I'm not sure if I'm not liking it as much as I thought I would because I've had sugar and I'm tired of sugar, or if it's just that it's a little too sugary.
Yeah, I think it is. I think if it was just the nuts, I think it would taste like the payday. I think with the chocolate, it adds a little. It's a little too much. Yeah, I don't think with him there. Mm-hmm.
It's too sweet. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, we got 17 viewers. That's pretty cool.
That's the top.
Yeah, this is the most we've had concurrently. So that's pretty cool. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Biggest Ray, how's your daughter doing with school so far? Is she doing online or in class? And that's a very interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
I know that a lot of stuff has changed so much for parents right now. They're becoming teachers and, I don't know, working from home. It's a struggle, I'm sure.
It's very true. I think we've come to understand how people 100 years ago would have felt because of a lot of parents being able to not educate their children at schools because they had to be there to work to take care of things. So they're also having to learn at home. A lot like you would see in TV shows such as The Waltons or things like that. We were actually going back to that concept of having to multitask with actually living life, raising children, and a family, and that was kind of deal. It changes your paradigm a whole lot. Yeah.
You have to say I've learned a lot just from my weird schedule. Like, I just worked my full week at my day job, and then I have a week off, and that's been how it's been for months now. And so I'm a little bit nervous of how that's going to play out after everything happens, since they're so used to one person being there at a time. So that is why I'm working really hard on my off weeks to learn as much as I can. Yeah. And to work for people when I can and help out and build my business and all this because I'm always preparing because you just don't know anymore. Yeah. And I've learned so much about how to manage my time better because of this. You force yourself to, because the first month or two of all this stuff, like, I was complete trash at time management. I was like, I would sleep in, and then I would feel guilty about, like, I didn't accomplish anything, and then before you know it, it's back to work, and then I got in the groove and I got a planner and everything and eventually just started clicking. I'm like, I'm going to get up when Tommy gets up for work. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to get stuff done. I'm going to get in the kitchen, maybe knock out the dishes first thing in the morning, or if they're not done already, or, I'm going to exercise first thing. I'm going to get things done, and I got a groove now, and I never thought I'd be one of those people that actually made a schedule for myself and followed through. I know this sounds weird, but, like, I've never been that planning kind of person. Yeah. And I am now. Who knew? Has this changed you guys at all? Like, have you become more, have you been more of a planner now through all this change? Like, what's changed for you in all this?
There's 18 people now.
That's pretty cool.
Let's see. Well, I know for me, it's made me go back to what I used to do when I led all those trips all over the world doing missions relief and all those kind of things, where I had to be more planned. Since I could be crazy and every day could be Saturday, I had about 3 weeks of I got to sleep until 9 or 11 a.m. and it was so amazing.
Man, yeah, there you go. 3 weeks of enough sleep. Who does that?
I know, and especially me.
No, just kidding. That's funny. Oh man, I bet at the end of 3 weeks, like, you looked in the mirror, like, I look like I'm 10 years younger because I'm actually rested for once in my life, right? Yeah, that's what I would feel like. I would be really curious, like, if I actually got enough sleep for a whole month straight without getting, like, sleep deprived at all. The whole time. Yeah. Man, it would be like night and day, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, I focused a lot on sleeping last year when I was doing a lot of stuff to get healthy. One of the things to do to burn fat on your body is getting enough rest so that your muscles can recover. So all of the working out and the different things like I would do, I would focus on trying to at least get 8 hours of sleep.
Hey,
so yeah, it helped a lot with muscle recovery and the body recovering and stuff like that. So
that's good. Yeah, you lost quite a bit of weight last year, right?
I did. I lost 50 pounds.
50 pounds. Wow.
Yeah.
What's your secret?
I ate 5 times a day. I worked up to, and this is the important thing, I worked up to drinking a gallon of water. Like Chris and I were talking earlier, I would start it out with just a single bottle, like the 16-ounce bottle. Mm-hmm. I drank one of those, and then I focused on drinking another one. Because most of the time you can finish that goal, okay?
Yeah. And
then I worked up to, over the course of 5 months, I worked up to where I was drinking a gallon a day. Then I would add also, I switched, and it's hard. It's very, very hard, but I switched to unsweet tea. Yeah, that was hard.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
And then I started putting in some of the sugar-free additives, and I started putting in lemon and lime and stuff like that to help quench the thirst. And then I would have other things, but a lot of it was focused on drinking a lot of that so your body can metabolize it and clean out your system. And I'm not getting into the gross aspects of it, so don't worry. But it just helped, the water helped clean out your system, and it was a lot of stuff. So I did those. I had a calorie count that I was trying to adhere to. I didn't hit it every day, but I hit between 2,000 calories. But I was eating protein bars that I liked. I wasn't just eating protein bars because it's a protein bar. I ate ones that I liked. And then I was doing Herbalife shakes for breakfast and lunch. So I was doing those, and I was mixing in stuff. So I was mixing in oats, and I was mixing in other things, and peanuts or different types of nuts to give it the different flavor and stuff like that. So I was eating 5 times a day. I was eating salad, which guys, up until, I dated a certain young lady, I never ate salads. Around her, I did, because that's what she wanted me to do. So I ate more salads in that 5 months than I ever did in my entire life.
The things you do for
love, yes. Yeah. So, long story short, we didn't end up together. So that's long behind.
You couldn't stand the salads
No.
anymore, could you? That was the deal breaker. You're like, was it one of these dramatic moments? You guys were sitting there at the dinner table or something, or out to eat, and you're eating another piece of salad, and you're like, and then you just break inside. You give up, and you're just like, you know what? I'm done. Yeah, and you just get up and you walk away, and you're like, I can't do it anymore. I need calories, damn it.
So I even switched. I was doing cauliflower pizza, and I was doing that.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so there are several different places that do have a good cauliflower crust pizza. Mm-hmm. If you can go to Aldi's has got a good one. Okay, and I switched to turkey pepperoni on a lot of the stuff. But I would every day. That's what I would eat during the day, and then I would have a good dinner. So the dinner, I didn't adhere to a certain calorie count at the dinner. You know what I mean? That was just something I chose. It's like, okay, I want to do this, but I made smarter choices. Yeah. I was not eating candy corn. But I did, there was times a couple of guys took me out for tacos, and I had a healthier taco versus having not having anything at all. The keto I found to it was moderation and drinking the water, and then I also started putting berry aloe in my tea because it helps with your joints. And one of the major reasons, they've got it at aloe vera juice. They've got it at Walmart in the healthy area.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I don't like the regular flavor one. It's awful, but the berry is pretty good, and you can put that into your tea, and it helps with the flexibility and with your joints. Because, guys, I work production, so I will load in a show, so all of the technical gear, wires, cables, cameras, all those kind of things. And I was having a tough time going through an entire day, and so I was a wrestler in high school. I played a lot of sports and different things like that. So I was very not nice to my joints between football and wrestling.
Oh, so, I can imagine.
Yeah, you just take a beating, and especially with wrestling, I busted my nose 4 times. I've broken every single finger. Yes, and I did catch your comment. Don't worry, we'll get back to the comments. And Mallory, yes, you there. I would like to read your whole story on that. You hadn't given me permission yet to tell that story, so I didn't read your whole post. So I will read the whole story on the project your project deal. So, but long story short, I wanted to lose 20 pounds, 10% of my body weight, so that I could, that would be the reduction on your joints. And that's what it was. So that was my goal. I lost 50 when my goal was 20. And it was just it was so I could work a long, hard production day. So that's what it was. And that was my goal. So, I was doing great up until COVID. I have put on weight since COVID because I'm not working those jobs. And part of my working out was going and lifting sandbags and cables and all that kind of stuff and those kind of things. So, yeah.
Man, well, that's still quite the feat, you know?
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, and if you look at my Facebook, you can see the pictures as I was getting weight and then I was losing weight. I think I've got one. It's really quite funny. Let me see here. I showed it to somebody and they were like, oh... They couldn't believe the weight loss that I had. Let me see here. Albums. Favorites. Okay, so yeah. This was my smallest point last year.
Oh, wow.
So
wow.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but that was my...
Let's see if it will focus here.
Yeah,
wow.
that was my smallest point when I was working out and did everything last year.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
And did you dye your hair, or is that just the lighting?
That was the lighting.
That was lighting. You looked like you had
frosted tips.
The tips. I was like, that's interesting.
I think I actually, because I had been wearing gloves and stuff like that. I think there was actually the white the powder stuff, and that's I took my hat off to streak everything back so that I looked halfway decent for that photo because I sent it in, and part of it I was doing it with a whole bunch of other guys, and it was a challenge, and I took second. I lost the second most amount of weight, so it was by body weight percentage.
Oh, cool!
And I took second, and so the guy who beat me, he lost. Oh, so much more than I did. You know, as far as pounds, we lost similar, kind of. I would almost say similar, but they lost more weight, and they were heavier to begin with, and they lost a lot of weight. So yeah, but it was a body weight percentage, and and it was just a good way to stay motivated in those kind of things. And I can, like I said, I can link or give Carissa the link if anybody's interested in the product that I used. This is an endorsement of. I liked it. It worked for me. I don't know if it'll work for you. If that being said, so
the
Herbalife
absolutely.
shakes.
Yeah. Cool. Let me just see. Okay, it's 18 now. Woohoo! Yeah, very cool. Gotten in. Biggest Ray says I've really gotten into time blocking. Oh,
ooh, okay.
Cool. That's pretty cool. Like that. I mean, that's pretty simple. Just scheduling out and putting a time period for each thing. Yeah, that's very helpful.
Definitely,
Yeah, even if you don't accomplish everything on your list, it makes you...
Sorry. I totally got sidetracked because she's got Haunted Mansion earrings here.
Yeah, we can... You can pick one up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just got squirrel. Sorry.
Yeah, I love those earrings. Oh my gosh.
Too much candy corn. It's all. I'm like now I'm not off focused. I'm sorry. Time blocking.
No, it's all good. The Biggest Ray also says I really utilize the power of the Google Calendar to better manage and budget my time. You know, that's something that I kind of dabbled in with the Google Calendar, but I really haven't stuck to. But I'm starting to use a planner, like a paper planner anyway.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Franklin Covey planner is what I use. It's a good way of utilizing, like logging your time of what it is. So time logging, but it's also scheduling your timing and then your projects and breaking it down to importance. Because most people will take and they'll do the things that are they'll get the most done, but they take the least amount of effort when they would have focused on the thing that took the most effort, knocked that out, they would have got the hardest part of their day done. So it's about ranking and organizing your tasks by like A, B, and C, and then 1, 2, and 3 is the further in the category. So.
That's right. I think I've heard something about that in the past. I think it is best to get the thing that you don't want to work on out of the way so you don't feel all stressed out all day about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like the master at procrastination, and I will usually do anything and everything in my power to avoid doing the hard thing. But like I've learned that that's not the way to do it. You gotta just get it done. Get it done so you can move on with your life. So much better. Teresa Simpson says it was weird having to make an appointment with Les Schwab to come in to get new tires for the car instead of just driving down there.
Oh, that is weird. Man, it's crazy. Like, there are so many things that are usually, like, you just walk in and they won't allow you to do that anymore. Kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. I can't remember. There was somebody on Facebook the other day that was saying something similar to that they were like, I can't even go and do this, and how am I supposed to even get things done? Can't remember what it was though. Let's see. Stephanie Bethany says, oh, hey Stephanie Bethany.
Hey.
I went through a phase where I obsessed over like time management stuff and got a whole schedule put together on my calendar. That didn't last long though. I have been there. Like, I'll get super amped, about like getting things done, getting things organized, and then I'll forget about it. Sometimes it's just not meant to be, Yeah. But I don't know. It for me, it's just been a learning process, and each time you fail and you don't succeed at what you're gonna do, like, you just pick yourself back up, you try something new, you tweak your system just a little bit, and then you're doing a little bit better next time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I like putting frozen fruit into my water to flavor it and keep it cold. Did I miss something?
We had 19 at one time.
Oh, an all noontime high.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Teresa says, yeah, I like putting frozen fruit in my water to flavor it and keep it cool. Yeah, because you're talking about putting like lemon in your water.
Oh, yes. Okay,
like
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember now. Sorry, I had to go back. We're on a sugar high.
Yeah.
I'm going to take over the world. I'm going to take over. Okay. Oh, I got to show.
Just feeling a little crazy,
So, because, so they've got some amazing stuff all over the place. Like, if you ever watched the stream, this is completely off topic, but there's so many good books back there, okay? And I've wanted to reach over, so I've been so glad I got invited because I got to go over and look at the books. So Stephen King and all kinds of great stuff. But, okay, if you're a Pirates of the Caribbean fan, okay, which we're building a pirate ship for the Comic-Con. Yep, we got the compass to the Black Pearl. Woohoo!
Yep,
and
there you go.
Here's the thing that's very near and dear to my heart. This is awesome. I have one of these.
Oh, man.
Oh, I can't show it. But, okay, it's just on the wall.
You can.
Is it all right?
Yeah, it's just hanging on the corner.
This is brilliant.
That was actually a gift from me to Tommy for, I think, his birthday or Christmas. One of those.
It's a pizza cutter.
I know, right? He loves pizza and he loves Star Trek, so I had to get it to him.
This thing is amazing. I love it.
And it's so funny though, because I wanted Tommy to use it to actually cut pizza, because we get pizza regularly, and like we make DiGiorno pizzas all the time. By make, I mean put in the oven. There's no whole love and thought that goes into it. It's just slap it in there and it's done. But Tommy's job is to cut it. It's always his job to cut it. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I got the perfect gift for him. And then he keeps it in the package and hangs it on the wall. Like, that's not how you use the pizza cutter. He's like, but it's too cool to use. I'm like, I'm going to get you two, so you'll use one and keep the other one. But if I got him another one, I bet you anything he would just hang it up next to the other one. I'm like, what's the point if you can't use it, man? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
He has so many things like that are still in the package in mint condition.
I have a few toys like that. I mean, collector's items that are there for the children.
Yeah, right? For real. Let's see.
There you go. I'll show you that. There is the pirate ship that we're building. I don't know if you can see it. It's the rough layout. We're dealing with pallets, and then we're going to be putting shiplap over top of it. So, October 17th, if you're available and you're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you want to see a drive-through Comic-Con with all kinds of craziness and funness, and maybe even Mallory, yes, you want to show up there at Persimmon Hollow. You can check it out at Tulsa Pop Kids Facebook. And like,
Oh.
share, and subscribe to Carissa's YouTube channel and
Thanks.
all of her social medias. She didn't ask me to do this.
Thank you. And also, we're not going yet or anything.
Yeah,
but
no.
Just FYI, in the description is a link to the Tulsa Pop Kids Facebook page if you want to go and like it or take a look or whatever. So, yeah, just throw that out there. Teresa says, oh, I already read that one. Sorry. Let's see here. Tommy says, Biggest Ray, have been enjoying the Oktoberfest beer today. Shiner and Samuel Adams. Yes. Just FYI, I will be doing a Kriya, also known as Carissa Reviews It All video of Shiner versus Samuel Adams Oktoberfest. What I think, like which one's the best and all that stuff. So I'll be doing a taste test. Maybe we'll be shooting it this weekend, hopefully. And there's also some other things we're going to be having me review, and then eventually it'll come out. They're all October themed. Yes, yes. I love this time of year so much. It's so
true.
cozy, you know.
The only thing I don't really like about fall in Oklahoma is because I'm from Michigan, so the color change in the leaves in Michigan was brilliant, and it lasted for a month and a half. Here, it lasts a weekend. So, I mean, it starts to change on Friday, and they're dead on Saturday. It was next Sunday.
Yeah.
So,
And then all of the leaves fall off, and it's just a sad, like naked tree.
Yeah, and it's 100 degrees the next day after that.
It's like nothing about Oklahoma makes sense as far as the weather goes. So it's pretty crazy.
So,
let's see. Biggest Ray says, right on. Sam Adams makes a really good Oktoberfest. Yes, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very, very good stuff. Johnson Family Vids and Vlogs. Hey, Linda, how's it going?
Yeah.
I haven't been to Oktoberfest since I was a teenager in California. Interesting. Man,
That's awesome.
I think I've been to Oktoberfest once.
Ooh.
But I think me and Tommy were going to go. Did we ever go? We didn't ever go.
Yes, read the next comment.
Oh. I have... Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. We did go. Yes, we did go. We went because my job, which I will not say where it is, but basically we did get some tickets to Oktoberfest a couple years ago, and we went with friends.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. So
Sweet.
yeah, got VIP tickets. We had to sit in
Yeah.
the special area, and we got free beer. It was really cool. It's not something that happens every
I gotta
day.
show off my
Yeah.
other pizza cutter. It's
Oh.
a double-bladed pizza cutter.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
this is the one that we actually do use to
Oh,
cut pizza.
I love this. This is
So
brilliant.
efficient.
It
Yeah.
works really well.
I need one. Oh, this is double like for The Walking Dead afterwards. This would be a great killing machine. I love it.
so true.
Then I would clean it so I could cut my pizza. But yeah, oh my lord, that's
Oh my
amazing.
Yeah, like,
Oh.
it gets the job done. It
Gotcha.
really does.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see. Tommy says me and Carissa got a couple years ago. Yeah, that's right. I have a double-bladed pizza cutter too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we
okay.
go.
Cool. We are
Oh.
caught up on the comments. Let's
gotcha.
see.
Did we miss any? I think when Mallory came in, did we miss any with her up there? Woohoo,
let's see.
Stephanie. Also, hi Mallory. We broke our record.
Hi,
Yay.
hey y'all.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
yes, waves off, waving back.
Waving
If
back.
you're- in case you're still here.
Since she kind of gave me, and she did, let me see, buffalo chicken rolls and a Crown and Coke.
Oh, cool.
yes.
Oh, okay, so she's eating buffalo chicken rolls and a crown and Coke, and Teresa says I'm eating cinnamon gummy bears.
Are you eating 20 of them?
Oh.
Or 30 of
20
them?
of them, yeah.
And saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay.
By the way, Brett said, I think we overlooked it. It's the pointer finger that's injured, Daniel. You're safe.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Okay, we missed a few things.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we got it, though.
No, I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I did want to correct what I said about Mallory. It was Moore, Oklahoma in 2013. If you don't mind, you're right if I read this?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
you can do that.
Okay, this is my first deployment with Team Rubicon. I chose to go with Team Rubicon to Moore as my senior trip in 2013 after my graduation. My mother has always been a role model of me in her ways of serving and serving the community. She was in the Army, a police officer, and now a veteran volunteer for disaster response, and I always admired that. I wanted to use the time I had for a senior trip in a valuable way, so I had asked her if they would allow me to go. So this is Mallory with Team Rubicon and why she's on the Mountain Dew box, because we know a lot of great people. We were talking earlier. We've got to work with some amazing people with the Comic-Cons and stuff like that, and just amazing individuals, like on all levels, not just the huge stars, but also our cosplayers, our YouTubers, our just our social media influencers, and some of our vendors were amazing, and just not only in the Comic-Con world and the outreaches that we've done, but some of just amazing people that we work with every single day. So Mallory, I'll go on with this. She says, I was blessed enough to gain the experience of a lifetime with the most amazing people anyone could ask for at the age of 18. People of all colors, sizes, and backgrounds. The environment that this EF5 had left, it's the tornado that had hit Moore, Oklahoma, had presented the most eye-opening time for me as of yet. It took away my invulnerable feelings and left me with the view of how I am just one puny little human in the big world, fully exposed to the vengeance of nature. However, I am thankful that it also opened my eyes to the capability, strength, and miracle that can be when a community comes together to try and put the pieces back together. And more, I cried, prayed, bled, and worked in a sweat-soaked clothes with veterans, first responders, and families along the streets that were scattered with debris. It was an invaluable lesson that any 18-year-old could not have been more blessed to have. Now, even 7 years later, I still think back to it often. I work in the dental field and even share with patients my experiences in those moments. Today, a friend of my deployment sent me a photo of us on a Mountain Dew carton. This was one of the most memorable shots someone had taken of me walking through the streets of Moore. It was full of shock, surprise, and pure excitement as I realized how big this was. Not only was I on a nationally known soda box, but the realization that how far Team Rubicon has come in just 7 years, making great partnerships and impacting the communities in ways I can never imagine. I'm beyond thankful to be one of the faces of Team Rubicon from 2013, 2020, and beyond.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there is, I don't know if you can see it. Get it there. So there she is. There's the real pictures, and there's her on the Mountain Dew box. So
that's cool.
That's my friend Mallory, and she's pretty amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very neat. Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. So.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, Biggest Rary has to go. All right. Sorry that you have to go, but it was good to see you here. Thank you for stopping by and everything.
Yep, and 14 bags.
14 bags. Or else. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Let's use this to kind of
where we were
remind us. And also, Brett Hornby says, seen some of your content here and there recently. First time in the live stream. Well, cool. Well, I appreciate you checking out my content and everything. Yeah. And I'm glad that you could make it to this live stream. We really appreciate having you. I've been doing this for about 1.5 years as far as the live stream part. And it's been nice. It's been really cool to meet new people this way and to interact with, friends I know in real life and friends I've met through this. And I don't know, it's just like, I wouldn't trade it for the world, honestly. It's awesome. It's really cool. So, and I do this every Friday now, so feel free to come back. I'm not going yet, but feel free to come back to a future one too. So, yeah. Let's see. Seems to me. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Did we already talk about pumpkin spice versus apple cider?
We have not talked about pumpkin spice versus apple cider. What is your opinion?
Golly, I don't know. It's a mood thing for me.
Okay.
But my default is, surprise, surprise, pumpkin spice. I think that's a lot of people's kind of default,
Well, see, I'm slanted the other way. Okay, and I know why. Okay, I grew up in Michigan and I worked at an apple orchard for a while, so I am heavily gored to the apple cider because one of the things in Michigan that was great about the fall is you could get a cup of fresh, hot apple cider that had just been pressed, and it was amazing. And what you would do is you get plain donuts, and then you would dunk the plain donut into the apple cider, and they soaked up the flavor, and it was really amazing.
Whoa!
Yeah,
that actually sounds really good.
It is good, and so I am heavily towards the apple cider, and I used to drink a ton of it all the time, but apple cider is full of sugar if you get the wrong kinds. So you have to be careful of what you're getting. Otherwise, you drink that and you're like, I've gained 23 pounds and all I did was drink apple cider.
Yeah. Man.
So yeah, so that's what I would do. So I'm very, very, very slanted towards the apple cider, and I think Walmart you can actually go and ask for the cake donuts, because you use cake donut. You don't use the donut like you would do for like a Krispy Kreme. You wouldn't use one of those. So it's a plain cake donut. You can get them really cheap at Walmart. You have to ask for them though. It's like, hey, can I have the cake donut before you put anything on top of them? And they'll give them to you. So yeah, I'll get a dozen of those and get apple cider, and that'll be one of my treats. When I did lose all that weight last year, that is one of the things I splurged on and I used that I got as a treat on like Friday nights after pizza. So
okay,
yeah.
Cool. So was it your way of being like, all right, time to gain it all back?
Yeah, you know what? It was amazing through the holidays. I enjoyed a slice of pie, or I enjoyed this, or I enjoyed that. I didn't adhere to the dun 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 2,500 calories. No, stop. No, I was like, hey, I want a slice of that. Somebody made me a cookie. I want to eat the cookie. I just didn't eat a dozen cookies, or I didn't eat a dozen donuts. I ate a donut or 2 donuts.
Yeah,
and, that was kind of thing. So
that's really the secret right there.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have had a good pumpkin spice in my coffee.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't. The girls at Starbucks or the other ones who they live and die by it. I have never seen like vicious fangs more come out. Like it was Dracula coming to kill you if they got the pumpkin spice wrong. I did see that at Starbucks a few times. Slightly biased there, so that's okay. So I tend to do a little more apple cider than pumpkin spice. But,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that I haven't given apple cider that much of a chance, but like just right now, pumpkin spice, just because they make the best pumpkin spice frappuccino at Starbucks. It's so good. Oh my gosh.
Now, and tell us what you think. I don't really care for Starbucks for any of their coffee drinks. Anything that I'd take from Starbucks is not coffee.
Oh, man. I used to get nothing but frappuccinos.
Okay.
But then I started watching what I ate. And
gotcha.
then I switched. And now, like maybe once a week, maybe once a month, something like that, whatever, I'll go and I'll get like a double shot on ice.
Yeah.
So it's got, and I usually get coconut milk because I'm lactose intolerant. But I still eat all of it. But like, I try to be good because,
Yeah.
I
understand. I do.
I don't know why I felt like I made it awkward. Like,
I agree with you 100%. Starbucks, I like their Americano, but I like actually having them add caramel like you would put on top of your ice cream. I like that.
Caramel in your coffee? Ooh, that sounds really good.
It is.
Especially this time of year.
Definitely.
The cozier time of year. You need stuff like caramel in your coffee. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm there. Hot cider there. I do get their cider's not as good at Starbucks. It's the apple juice that they use. My sister used to be a barista there, so that's just, I'm slanted. I know, I'm slanted. Don't kill me. Don't kill me, die. Don't use the double-edged slider. No, don't using it. Sorry.
I really do love that pizza cutter.
Yeah,
it's epic.
we have had some major candy corn here tonight, guys. So yes, if you know me, I am full of energy. But this is like to 11.
Yeah, I'm feeling it too. I feel like I'm about to turn into a superhero or something. Like the Hulk is within me and it's like bursting out. Yeah.
Carissa's going to star in the new She-Hulk, starring on Disney Plus.
Instead of turning green, I'm going to turn the color of candy corn.
The Orange Hulk.
That's right.
Oh
man, what are we saying here in the comments here? Wichita Films credit says Edwin thinks pumpkin spice tastes like cat piss. Oh my god! How dare you, Edwin?
We were looking for him to confirm, but he's not here.
he went downstairs, so I guess he's still down there. Dang it! Yeah,
okay.
How funny. That's funny. Let's see. How dare him, right? Teresa says.
The brain, one is a gene. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to get demonetized, so I got to stop that.
No, it's all good. I'm not monetized, so no.
Oh, that's okay. Good. I can sing then.
Yes, you can. Let's see here. How dare you? Yeah, Teresa says, damn, I've got the theme for Pinky and the Brain running through my head. Yeah, that's what you're doing.
That's what I was doing. I jumped ahead of reading, so yes.
Mallory says there's a cider mill in
Here
in a little town down in the south called Lewisburg Cider Mill. They have great cider and cider donuts.
Yes,
What?
they do.
Cider
They do.
donuts?
Yes.
What
yeah,
in the
apple cider
world?
donuts are amazing because they actually, instead of using the water, they use the apple cider to actually do it. So it's imbued. Just it's good.
Oh, it's all infused with
Yep.
the deliciousness.
That's the word I was trying to get out, but too
yeah.
much candy corn.
It's all good. I understand. Tommy says, I want to like cider. I hear that it's good with Red Hots. That's kind of strange.
Tommy, you're not wrong. It's different. It's because it's Red Hots give it the cinnamon flavor that's there, but it also gives us a richness. It's a treat. They do sell it up in Michigan and stuff like that. So
I
yeah,
haven't tried it yet.
it is. You got to get the right one because if you get too much of a pressed cider, the flavor doesn't come through as much. So at least that's been my experience. You don't get the full cinnamon that is the Red Hot. So
Listen to him telling us how to get the right stuff. Got to get the right apple cider. Yeah, it does make all the difference. It's like generic
does.
Versus name brand.
Yep, it is so true.
Yeah. Let's see. Teresa says hard apple cider all the way. LOL. Right? There you go. Yep. Agreed. Brett says we have Tim Hortons in Canada for coffee and donuts.
Tim Hortons is excellent. It is really, really good. Okay, so it's like Dunkin' Donuts on steroids.
Really?
It is really, really good. You can actually, if you go to St. Louis, there's one about 3 miles from the convention center. Is the one that I know of, and it's excellent. I did a bunch of shows up in Toronto and different things like that. So we were getting Tim Hortons every morning, and they've got great coffee. Just their average everyday cup of coffee is wonderful.
Okay.
And yeah, they good stuff. So Brett, yeah, I agree with you. Tim Hortons is pretty amazing.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to check it out when we get near one.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Teresa says, I make and drink cold brewed coffee anymore.
I make and drink cold. Yeah. Okay. So, like, Teresa? Are you one of them? Like at the beginning of COVID, you because you were missing, Starbucks so much, you made it, and then you wrote your name on the cup wrong, and then put, yelled it out, and then put $5 from one pocket into the other pocket. So, I mean, I tried it, and I felt better about myself, but.
I think I'm going to try that tomorrow. That'll save me about $5.
There you go.
I do.
That or you make a cup for Tommy and say, hey, Tommy. Spell his name wrong in the cup so he feels better. Tommie.
Yeah. There you go. Or I could be like, do I have a Tony in here?
Oh, God.
Edwin's Coffee.
Is a Mr. Magoo here? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So, yeah. Having a little fun.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And, Teresa, I used to actually make espresso ahead of time and then put it in the fridge, and so I'd have it ready for, like, a cold, what I called breakfast drink back in the day.
Yeah.
I used to make this, like, absurd breakfast drink. It was literally, it was chocolate milk on steroids. It was the milk, and it was a Hershey syrup, a liberal amount of Hershey syrup, like just epic amounts, like wow. And then I put a packet of the chocolate breakfast mix drink, and then I'd put like 2 shots of espresso in it as well. And that was what I had every morning. I felt great by the time I got to work. I was all like,
hello.
And then I wondered why it crashed so fast, but it was the sugar. I didn't realize that. But yeah, it was really good at the time. It was so good. I never knew how many calories were in it because at that point I didn't really know what calories were.
Gotcha.
Even though I knew that they were listed. Like I didn't know anything about it. I didn't give a crap. I just knew that it's morning. It's time for my breakfast drink.
Yeah.
I
love it.
Everything went downhill when I started also having like 4 to 6 of those mini cinnamon buns you get at Sam's Club.
Yep.
I didn't know that, like, I was having, like, 3 times the amount that's a serving, and then I have that with my breakfast drink.
Wow.
And I was doing that every day, and I was like, why am I gaining weight? I don't know what's happening. What's happening, guys? Like, you know, because back then I was, like, I was young, and so I thought I could eat anything. Well, I was wrong. Apparently, that was when my metabolism died. It took a long time to get back into shape after that mishap. Man.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that.
Let's see. Wichita Film says, last time I went to a coffee shop, I was poisoned by Edwin the barista. That dadgum cat is evil and grumpy. Right? So true. I wish Edwin was here so I could shake my head and you know,
yes,
in anger at him, you know. Shame. All right. Mallory says Cafe Bustelo is a good homebrew coffee. Yes, that's what I used to get. It tastes amazing, hot and iced. That is the exact brand.
I've never tried it iced.
Yeah. Don't know if I guess I've iced it a little bit, but usually I'll try to plan ahead. Back in the day, I'd plan ahead, so it'd be cold or whatever. But yeah, it's a pretty decent cold.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Try it sometime. I'm not a huge iced coffee person, just because. And again, my always thought was, why am I paying for a whole glass of ice? Because Starbucks was giving more ice than any drink. So I'm sorry, Mallory. I never have thought about it that way. Is because I just was kind of iced coffee was more of a. I'm paying more for ice, and they want $5 already, anyways. So yeah. Yeah,
if you make it yourself, you don't even need the ice really. You could just chill it, and then you could put it in the freezer and make it faster.
Oh yeah, that would work.
Yeah. Oh, or get an ice cold mug and pour it in there. Make it kind of like a frosty treat.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, ooh, that would be really good. Let me know how that goes. Try that and let me know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So now I've got another thing I'll add to your carry basket when you come for the Red Dead Redemption shoot. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. For a moment, I thought you said, now I got another Carol basket.
Oh.
I didn't know why I thought you said Carol.
Oh basket. Yeah. Okay. Well, Mallory she is actually going to be featured in Jeff Bright's photo shoot of Red Dead Redemption, which he's asked me to cosplay as well. So I'm going to be playing one of the villains and that kind of deal. So, which actually one of the things we were talking about, some of the projects we have coming forward with my company, Beyond the Lens Productions. We are looking at developing some fun interactive things, and I forgot to tell you about this beforehand, like escape rooms. So,
escape rooms?
Yes,
really?
Escape rooms. Yes. So, we're looking at developing 4 or 5 of them. One based off of Hunger Games. Okay.
Wow.
So the idea, I've got 2 different storylines for that one. One is off of Red Dead Redemption. So basically, are you guys familiar with the video game Red Dead Redemption at all? Okay.
A little bit, yeah. Okay. I think I saw one of my friends play it online.
Gotcha. So there was a spinoff that was Red Dead Redemption and Zombies. Okay, so I actually want to do one of that you have, because Persimmon Hollow is an Old West flea market. That's what it was. So I want to put it there, and I want to do it that you have a hanging judge. Okay, he had hung somebody who was there, and I don't want to give all of it away, but essentially you're trying to get into the jail cell so that you can be safe from all the zombies that are going to come at you. So.
Oh, how fun!
Yep. So it's a lot of fun that way. Hunger Games, that, and then I've got a couple others in mind. But yeah, Mallory may be doing my Katniss for me. So, and a few other things. And she's pretty amazing, guys. You need to check out Alagoose cosplay. And she's pretty wicked at Halo. Like, I die very quickly. Let's put it that way.
I do too. Like, I can't do the whole, like, spatial thing. I do the side scroller thing easily, but the spatial thing where you have the multiple controls to where you can look up and down, and the other one when you're walking, I don't know why. I just cannot manage to move around successfully and things like that.
Yeah, my favorite is Battlestar Galactica. I do like Battlestar Galactica. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is pretty much my favorite or my go-to game. If I'm going to go play for 15-20 minutes, I'll go play it, and then I die enough as a stormtrooper and I'm good. So.
You're like, it was a good run.
Yeah, it was good. So I mean,
how fun.
Halo, a lot of times I will respawn, and everybody likes to, because it's me, they like to come and just kill me. So it's a sport. It's not about playing the game. They just want to kill me as many times as possible. So
Oh my gosh.
I've actually played with several friends who they have counts and who will win the most. Oh!
Hey, we got it for $5.
Nice.
Hey.
Very
Can't beat
nice.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, I have died many times just because people want to kill me.
Of
But
course.
yeah, so we're looking at developing some of the escape rooms, and part of it is we want to do fundraisers. So like every time you come and play, a portion of all the proceeds beyond paying the individuals that are there, but it'll go into helping fund Tulsa Pop Kids, so
cool.
that it helps promote literacy here in Oklahoma. So yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. So guys, as much as I'm crazy and hopped up on candy corn, I do a lot of fun stuff as well.
Yeah, very cool. Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Harry Potter escape room?
I would do one. However, I've got a friend that already has one, so I don't want to be in competition.
What? There's already one?
Yeah, we actually had it at the Comic-Con last year, right next to where Mallory's friends and a bunch of my friends from Kansas City had their event and had their stuff. So yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to see when the next one is.
Yes,
for that.
I don't mind at all doing a Harry Potter escape room. I just need to develop it so that I am not in competition with them. I am in coherence with them, so that it creates a synergy rather than a competition.
Yeah,
Because-
we don't need that bad.
Right,
That
that kind of
juju,
deal, yeah.
you need to work together.
Exactly. So
Two minds are better than one.
definitely,
So, yeah.
definitely.
Very cool.
So
I'm looking forward to seeing how all that turns out.
yeah, it's gonna be a blast. After we get through the con, I will be able to focus more on some of the other stuff. But yeah, the Katniss. Are you guys familiar with the Hunger Games? Do you want to know about this? Because I won't talk about it. I'll talk about whatever else. But if you want to know more, I will talk some of it. So
I bet they would like to hear about the Hunger Games stuff because I believe Hunger Games has come up at some point in here.
Okay.
So
essentially, I've got two different ones with the Hunger Games. One of them is that you are a game maker for the future of the next game. So you are designing between what's happened in the 74th Hunger Games and the 75th. So you are the game maker. And if you don't successfully escape the room, you may end up like Seneca Crane, which, he was the first game maker where Katniss and Peeta, he did not kill them when they were taking the berries. He let them go, which President Snow didn't like. So the idea is you're in there testing games, and the danger it just elevates.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
And with each particular thing, and you at a certain point, somebody may be put into a certain room by themselves, and they have to break out depending on the challenges and the game maker. And the idea is that I'm trying to bring some of more of the Sonic concept. So using voiceover from Donald Sutherland from his movies, so that you actually have him saying things that could be taunting you as if President Snow was actually watching you.
wow.
So, yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of fun. I was talking with Mallory the other day, and I gave her a bunch of the stuff that I was thinking about with that, and like I said, she agreed that she might be able to do the Katniss for me. So
Very cool.
yeah. So it's interactive, adding video and some of the other elements that are done in some escape rooms, just not a ton of them in this area that I know of. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, and next year looking at doing a Sherlock Holmes one and a few others.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So
That'll be
you're
fun.
trapped in the room, and Moriarty's coming after you, and you have to escape before Moriarty can break through and basically off you. So it's a lot of fun, but it's also trying to create awareness of literature that's out there, and being able to tie things into literature that kids are reading. The latest Hunger Games book came out, Ballad of Snow and Ice, I think. No, that's what you call it. That's Game of Thrones. Sorry, no. I'll have to look it up. Oh, but it's set very early around Hunger Games number 10. So let me see here. It's about President Snow and his rise to power and that kind of deal. Again, I work a lot with kids. I try to create stuff that is more embracing to where they can do stuff with their family and other things like that.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's pretty cool. Very admirable.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. The kids need all the help they can get to be successful humans.
Yes, they do. They really do.
Successful humans. What a concept.
Oh, it's called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's, I mean, on the serious note, here in Oklahoma, one of the biggest things is the way, talking with the mayor and a few of the other people here and in Oklahoma government, the way they prepare the number of beds they're going to need in the future is they rate kids by the 3rd grade on how well they can read. So after a certain number, they're like, if they have a certain number below this, they know they know that they need to have a certain amount of beds in the prisons by the time they're age 18.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is actually very disturbing.
Exactly. So one of the things that we do are combating. I said this off camera to Carissa, but we're trying to be a gateway drug to get kids into wanting to read, wanting to learn, wanting to be a progressive member of society. We don't care what they become. We want them to become something and find out an identity of who they are, so that they can progress inside of themselves, so that we don't have to fight, poverty and go and drive, and so many people. We've had so many people because we last year at the Comic-Con we had people that were from the NASA and from the Air and Space Museum. We had so many kids get so excited about that because they got to see it, put their hands on it, touch, and those kind of things. So they had a huge surge of kids that were interested in those things.
Oh, cool.
So for the gaming, kids are getting interested in gaming and programming and building and developing, and even Legos, the manual concept of building and developing and that kind of deal. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to Walt Disney World?
No.
Okay. Well, there is a thing called Soarin'. And the idea, Soarin' is a ride where you feel like you're on a hang glider and you're soaring over top of California, over in Disneyland. But over in Disney World, they have it where you're going all over the world. When the guy built it, when he did the design for it, he had an erector set. And he put together the erector set, figuring out the mechanics of it all. So it is teaching kids how to play and how to take that play to the next level where they can actually take it and turn it into real life things.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's good.
So the things that I like to do is inspire someone to be better, to achieve, and want to become a better storyteller, a better member of society, a better, to add relief and stuff like that. So part of the concept with the escape rooms is teaching team developing dynamics, interpersonal communication, how to deal with anxiety and stuff like that, because you don't know how many kids today don't know how to deal with pressure.
Yeah. Oh, man, I was one of those kids. I didn't know how to handle... you saw me today with the live stream going out of whack. I was like, I'm panicking. I think I'm going to lose it. But,
it's true. But here's it's stuff like that. When you put them in games and they learn how to fail in a game, they learn how to learn from that and use that same skill over in real life.
Interesting.
So,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's team building dynamics. I was a high ropes facilitator at the East Texas Adventure course down in Texas, and it was called ETAC. And so I was one of those guys that could climb up there 40 feet in the air, you run along those things, help you get up a wall. Mm-hmm. I still don't like the pamper pole where you climb up the pole and jump off. I never like those because I'll be very honest, I'm a tall guy and the harness never fit and kind of squished everything. So I never liked that event. But all those other things I did taught you the things that are basically driving you forward to learn something, to excel forward, to fall forward, for lack of a better term. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's pretty cool. I never thought about just how helpful stuff like that can be for a kid's mind developing, Yeah. That's really cool. Man, I wish that there were escape rooms like that when I was a kid. That would have been really awesome. You know what? I'm still a kid at heart, so I'm going to show up to one
There
of
you
those.
go! Yeah, you and Tommy.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll even throw on a little Megadeth for you.
Yeah! Right on!
I'm sorry, that story happened off camera, didn't that? Yeah, that was funny. So, where are we at?
Let's see. Did I decide to save a lot of money by making my own coffee rather than give it to Starbucks?
We agree.
For sure. Makes a lot of sense. Let's see here. Teresa says, you need to try Death Wish coffee. They claim they have the highest level of any coffee out there right now. Good and not bitter. Talk about wake you up. Oh my gosh.
Wow. I have heard of it. I haven't tried it, but I have heard of it.
I'm going to write that down right now because I need more coffee in my life. That's for sure. Oh, man. Death Wish coffee? Okay.
And then Teresa says, highest level of caffeine. Sorry, just realized I left that out.
Oh, wow.
And Mallory says, Death Wish is the bomb. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So we have multiple Death Wish coffee fans in the house. Okay. In the coffee house.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the coffee house.
That's right.
And Coca-Cola house, too.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny if we just revealed that we have a whole set of
Just
everything to make coffee right here? We're just
Yes.
making it for you. And,
Woo!
it's so great. Let's see here. Mallory says Death Wish is the bomb. Oh, yeah, you just read that. Wichita says Edwin is a master of escape rooms. He hightailed it out of this one.
There you go. There we are.
So true. Wichita Phil says my friend's brother repped most of the Hunger Games actors.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Repped? What do you mean repped?
He's a representative for them. When I'm assuming when they were negotiating their deals with the company, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Wichita. Let me see here. But let me see. It's the representative to the company, or they could be the representative to the individuals. Because actors have multiple different representatives. They have a literary agent. They can also have a TV and appearance agent versus just their agent or manager that is talking to the studios trying to get them work.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize all that.
So yeah, when we worked with the Comic-Con, we were dealing with we were dealing a lot with their appearance agents. Okay, rather than their agent that was booking them for for work or talent, that kind of deal.
Oh, okay.
So, because
cool.
different people have different networks and what things they're connected to. So, you may have 4 or 5 different people. I'm sorry, I'm doing spatial orientation, guys. I'm sorry, and it's in the camera, and I just realized that. Every now and then I'll catch myself over here. I'm not as slick as at this as she is.
That's all good.
So, but yeah, they have. So they'll have 4 or 5 different people because this group of people represents this, and others represent that, and that kind of deal. So, yeah, I believe that is what you're discussing. So there, Wichita.
That's very cool. Very cool. I've learned something new today. Learned a lot of new things, actually. Let's see here. Mallory says, I am still one of those kids. My college Facebook post. Ha ha ha. That's awesome. It's good to be a kid at heart. Wichita Film says, parents want an escape room from Barney the Dinosaur.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh my gosh. Hey, Lucky. How are you doing today? Good to see you here. Just want to say hi. Well, hi to you as well. Thank you for coming here. Let's see here. Coffee. Wichita Film says CAA. What does that mean?
Oh, it's the company.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nothing much, Lucky. What are you up to? Let's see. And we are going for, we typically do 2 hours. So let me just take a look at how long we've been on here.
Creative Artists Agency.
Oh, Creative Artist Agency. Oh,
Yep.
Okay. I did not realize what that was. That's so cool. God, I feel like I'm learning stuff. This is great. I'm looking. Is there something that shows how long we've been on here? It's a new setup. It's a new setup, guys, so usually I see something different than what I'm seeing right now. So sorry if it seems kind of weird that I'm like, what's going on? It's no longer... YouTube Classic is no longer available for me. I don't know why. It's really depressing because I don't know I don't know what's going on in the setup of the live stream here.
And I was of no help other than I was sitting here saying, hey, well, there's a thing, and there's a thing, and there's another thing, and Tommy's over there, and hey, Edwin's there, and I got candy corn, and...
Right?
Yes.
Oh, it's right up here.
Oh,
it's
there we
really
go.
Small right there. But yeah, we are approaching 2 hours, actually. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. And I'm having a lot of fun. I could go on forever and ever, but I realize that you have had a full day of work as well.
It's true. I had to clean up when I got over here. We had some amazing donations today for Tulsa Pop Kids. It was great. So we needed some of the fence posts and some of the fence panels had been busted down, and we had some of those donated to us, a toolbox for a lot of our tools, because again, we're trying to create the vivid imagination. We want to be Disney World, Disneyland kind of concept in the imagination of a child, meaning that we're using palettes instead of doing the right thing. But it's what can go inside the imagination of a child. So yeah, it's one of those things that we want to do. Which, by the way, if any of you were currently in need of old phones that can play music off of, so that we can actually use those with our sound systems, because we got 14 different places where we're trying to add atmospheric sounds. So when I say that, meaning that we're wanting to play dinosaur sounds for all of my Jurassic World stuff and all my Jurassic Park stuff. Oh. So we've got the soundtrack playing, because when you go to Walt Disney World, the music is part of what draws you into those environments. So we've got, on two ends, we've got both the Jurassic World soundtrack playing, and then we want to add atmospheric sounds for this drive-through, where it is the like the dinosaurs roaring and the scratching and all those kind of things. Yeah. And then for the zombies, where we have them, we want to actually add like, all those kind of like the stuff that makes you go, what is it? Why am I scared? Those kind of things. And people are all in their cars, but they've got all the windows rolled down, and they're hearing these things, and it draws you so much into that world. Cool. So I went through boxes, and I found 2 of my old Blackberries. You know what I mean? And I haven't used my Blackberries in forever. But yeah, but if you put a micro SD chip on there, you can load that on there, and that still drives content through our speaker to be able to hear it. So
that's very cool.
Yeah. So I mean, we accept lots of things that people are ready to throw away or give away or those kind of things. We accept a lot of those donations so that we can build those kind of environments.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. All right.
I forget exactly. I'm sorry. That's from our notes down here. What I was looking at is the virtual con, and that's that just brought to my mind what we've been working on today and what we were working on for donations, and because we had laptops and stuff given to us. That's how we got into that. Sorry.
Yeah, we got notes here because like we knew it's going to be more of a general hangout, just whatever happens and stuff. But we wanted to make sure that we had something written down in case we're like, oh, what are we going to talk about? So we got a few things that just like we look at it and it's like, oh yeah, we got it. Yeah. We know what we're talking about. Oh, you don't have a YouTube channel yet, but you were making one. Would you like to talk about it?
Yeah, there's a couple different things we're going to be doing. There's 2 of them actually. We're going to be doing the one for Tulsa Pop Kids, and then there's going to be doing the one I'm going to be doing. It's called Inspired By, and it's developing different projects that were inspired by fandoms or inspired by this or that. And now I say that because I talked earlier about sensory deprivation, and some of the kids need too much stimulation. So I have been investigating how to do DIY headphones, okay? But it's basically, they're 3D printed, okay? And you put them on there, and you can play, just play a steady hum, peaceful music kind of deal. Man, yeah. So there's a gentleman who actually, it's called Snazzy Labs, or Snazzy Films. I think it's Snazzy Labs. He actually talks about buying a Fostex pair of headphones, which are a Japanese headphone, that have a certain planar thing. But Mr. Speakers was the name of a company who used to source all the materials from Fostex, and then they would DIY 3D print this and then put it in there and make them sound like an amazing $600 pair of headphones.
Oh, wow.
So what I'm wanting to do is actually take and say inspired by Disney. So take it and 3D print it where they've got Mickey Mouse ears or cat ears or different things that draw into a child's mind. But it's called, this was inspired by this. I want to try this and see what it does for different people. So, cool. Yeah, so it's called Inspired By. One of them I'm looking at doing and is Billy Sims is a gentleman who owns a set of restaurants around here.
Oh, yeah, you said that and my ears perked up because I'm like, I love barbecue.
So I was amazed one day. See, I'm from Michigan and I'm a Detroit Lions fan. I'm sorry, Mallory, I know you're a Chiefs fan. So, and for all of you Oklahomans, again, I'm from Michigan, so a lot of my stuff's from Michigan stuff. But Billy Sims actually was an OU player, and I was a cameraman on a TV show that he was on. Okay, so he said probably none of you, and it was all for OU, with Steve Allen and him, and they both played for the Detroit Lions. Well, they both said we were probably no Lions fan in this room. I couldn't say anything because I'm the cameraman, right? I'm behind. I could say, I'm the Lions fan. I know who you are. Not from being an OU fan. Sorry, guys. A little too much sugar. But I'm a Detroit Lions fan. So I actually want to take a Ford F-150 pickup that I'm looking for a new motor for to drop in there and then theme it all out so it's a Detroit Lions F-150. Okay? So it's inspired by that fandom. that kind of deal. So it's
Very cool.
And the idea is just to get into imagination in the mind of a child, and it's the great. And I do a lot of stuff with kids. I love kids. I've done 25 different missions and release trips all over the world. Everything from Japan after the tsunami to just all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I've been all over the place, all over Africa, and people say, we should go back to Africa. And I'm like, I had a friend who said that to me, and I said, I've been to Africa. You really want to stay here? They're trying to get over here, and that's what a lot of my African friends have said. They're trying to get over here just because it is so much better here in the U.S. and stuff along those lines. So I'm not trying to be depressing. It's just, it really is. I've worked in some of the really, really, really rough areas. So Inspired By is kind of the YouTube channel that I want to go to, and I'll be featuring the different the escape rooms in that was inspired by this fandom, inspired by that, talking about the team dynamics, building all the things of what they are and how they're doing stuff. So a lot of mine, I hate to say it, it's more like you won't see it every week because it takes time to produce that kind of content and that kind of deal. So yeah, it's more like I'll shoot enough to be like technically a season, then you'll have some time off, and then it'll be another set of seasons. You know what I mean? So that kind of deal.
That's very TV of you.
Yes, it is. So,
but it works.
Yeah, it does. I mean, and the other thing is featuring different people that you're inspired by. And I know I've talked a lot about Mallory right now, but I've got some other friends like Jennifer Marshall, who is in the TV show Mysteries Decoded. So she's on the CW. So I'm potentially be talking to her because she was also in Stranger Things, which you need to see.
Yeah, I do need to see.
Season 2 and stuff like that. But actually, I've asked Mallory to be able to do an interview with her and how she inspires so many people. With talking about the box and different things like that. So that's another reason why we're bleeding into all that in the mix of all the candy corn haze of funness. I think I forgot to do the setup for that part. But yeah,
it's okay.
Inspired by, and it's just what are you inspired by and what is that kind of deal? And if I could give some props to Carissa, because her and Natalie are two of the people that got me interested in YouTube.
Aww.
Yeah. Because when we were working at the Comic-Con, there was, not to get into everything that went on, but there were a couple nights where we were sitting there late where Lord, it was probably 10, 11 o'clock at night. They're working on stuff. And so she sat down and I watched a video and I said, hey, why don't we cut this up? And we just went through and cut out, I think, a minute and a half out of that video that night. Mm-hmm. And just talking about how we could speed things up and do stuff like that and that kind of deal. And
that's right.
Yeah.
That was when I was trying to do like a promo video for the convention and stuff.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah, but you really taught me how to tighten up the edits, but while also making them smooth so it's not jarring when I do a jump cut. Mm-hmm. And for those of you that aren't familiar with a jump cut, it's very YouTube-ish to do a jump cut. You see it all the time with YouTubers. They'll just simply cut out the dead space. And if you do it wrong, you'll notice it. If you do it right, no one will even see it happened.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, it is. It's so people like Carissa and Natalie are the people who inspired me to say, okay, I have a voice. What do I want to say? And so I went through instead of just. Because I can talk a lot of times. At Tulsa Pop Kids, I'm in charge of production on a lot of levels, which is a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Mm-hmm. But I don't mind being in front of camera. But if I'm going to be in front of camera, I want to have something to say that's worth being said. Tonight we're having fun. That's great. But we were having a lot of fun in mixed of all the other kind of things. And we do need to know if Pinky and the Brain and you are going to take over the world, what country are you going to start with? And then how much apple cider would you drink if North Dakota and Alaska are going to war over this? Those kind of things.
Yeah, we have to know.
We gotta know.
Simply.
Inquiring minds want to know,
That's right.
So.
Right, for real.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna get in front of something, I want something to say. So it's took me a while. It's taken me quite a while, but I think this is something that I actually can get behind, and it's definitely me, and it'd be something that I would be passionate about.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're pretty much finding your voice for YouTube and on a public platform or whatever.
Yeah.
So just let me know if you have any questions. I'm not like a huge star or anything, but like, you know, I know how to do thumbnails. I know how to do the SEO, you know, so just let me know if you have any questions. And
and we also got Edwin.
Yeah.
Yep. And Tommy.
I think it's Ghost Edwin right now because he's only there in spirit. for sure. Let's take a look at. I think my friend Whitney said she's leaving. Got to get off here, night all. In case you're still here, thank you, Whitney. I appreciate you taking the time to come hang out with us and stuff. We think you're great. You're awesome. Have a good night. I don't know why I'm so awkward right now. It's all the sugar, I think. But yeah, I just want to make sure. I saw that and then I didn't want to interrupt. So
can you go up just a little bit more? Okay. Hey, what's up, Coffee? CA, what's up? When does Tommy do the river dance behind you?
When does he do the river dance?
Gosh, I saw river dance, and so when she rolled up, I could see that. Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Disney is the creepiest studio on earth. I've got friends that work for Disney, so I'm not allowed to say anything because I've heard some stuff. So.
Oh man, I'll just take you guys' word for it.
Yeah, I also got a couple friends that work for DreamWorks, and they've got great experiences too. So. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
I've heard the good and bad on both things. So.
Okay.
Mallory is really wanting you to do some, river dance there, Tommy.
Yeah, you better get to dancing.
Yes.
I agree with Witchshaw. Chance river dance. Yeah.
River dance.
So
river
funny.
dance.
Brett says, when did you feel it worth to live stream regularly?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, okay. I did it as an experiment, and I was...
Do 30 days?
I was telling myself I needed to make content regularly, and I wasn't sticking to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided that, well, if I go live and I tell everyone that I'm always going to go live at this time on this day, I better do it or I'm a freaking liar. I'm a liar! And I didn't want to be a liar. So I was like, well, this is my chance to get in a schedule and try this out and just see what happens. And I think the whole experience of just seeing what happens and not really worrying about the consequences, oh, maybe it's a waste of time or whatever, putting all my fears aside and just going face first into it. I mean, it was all worth it from the beginning to me. Yeah. Because the experience I've gained is irreplaceable. And it's really all I could say about it. I don't know. It's just...
And now I think is one of the greatest times to create content because people, with the TV studio shutting down, with the movie studio shutting down, there's the type of content people are looking for are people that represent their voice and are relevant on YouTube because YouTube is just about on any major platform. I mean, you can get it from your phone to your Kindle to iPad. It's not tied to Android or Apple. I mean, it's the difference. You can get it on just about universally. Even on PlayStation and Xbox. So, I mean, it's where most people are. So, I think finding your voice and being able to do stuff now is more important because people are looking in kind of the stirless state we're in as a nation right now. They're looking for people to turn to for some relief from the not going out. Now, we're not wearing masks tonight. Mine's in the car. But I was tested for some of the jobs I have. I'm good. I know. So if you're concerned, I've been tested, but it's one of those things where, people are really wanting their voice to be heard or hear somebody that's got the same ideas and thoughts. So I think, your commitment, because you did a 30-day challenge where you did every single day or just about every day.
I tried to. Yeah. And it was very hard, but I learned a lot. And I also... I shared a lot, and it was kind of an eye-opening experience because I got to see just how awesome my viewers are and how understanding you guys are because, I shared stuff I never thought I would share, but I was like, well, one of the days, the assignment was basically share something you never thought you would share, with an audience. And I'm like, well, I was kidnapped. I was like, I guess I better tell that story because it was a pretty big traumatic event.
Yeah.
But it happened years ago, so I kind of buried it in the back of my mind and I don't really think about it. But it was just kind of... it was a major relief to actually share that with everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, like people are understanding of it. Like, not that I thought it was I just didn't ever think to share it. And the fact I did just made me feel like, oh, what else can I share? What else can I put out there to the world, and to people that might want to see what I have to say or whatever,
Yeah.
And it just kind of got me thinking. And I think I got about 15 days of the 30.
Yeah, because I remember watching a lot of them, and I mean, you moved past from the performer to being you, so your authentic voice came out a lot of times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because if you, like, for me, I went to school for some of this stuff kind of deal, so I can step into the radio voice. Hi, this is Daniel Blankenship, and at 11 o'clock, we'll be doing this, this, and this. You know what I mean? I've done a lot of that kind of stuff, just because I've had to control crowds and stuff like that. But people are looking for authenticity. They're not just looking for Ryan Seacrest. You know what I mean? And he's good. I'm not picking at Ryan Seacrest or anything like that. But you move past and you go into the personality. And I think that's why reality shows are becoming a large portion of today's, because they're cheap to produce. You're not paying your talent that much. And you got stars that are slightly past their prime, but still a big name. So if you look at, I'm trying to think of who's on, the Masked Singer. Okay, so you've got.
Oh gosh.
So your host, you've got Ryan, or the guy that Robin Thicke's son, Robin Thicke. Alan Thicke is his dad. So you've got him. So you've got a name who had a big song. He's not had a huge number of hits, but he's out there. And you've got Jenny McCarthy, and you've got all those different hosts, and you got Nick Cannon is your host. Nick Cannon is a really good host, but he wears the most interesting head guard, and a lot of your stars are stars that are former stars. You know what I mean? That kind of deal. They're still big names. They're still household personalities, and those are big. Long story short, those reality type of TV shows, you can do your performance, but they get past those edges really quick, and you start looking at personalities.
Okay.
So yeah, like YouTubers, people are really drawn to personalities.
Very cool. Yeah, because you just feel like, like when you find someone you can relate to, you just feel like you're their best friend, or they're your best friend, and you start to care about them and everything. It's very interesting. And it's nice to find people in the world that you can relate to, and I don't know, that make you feel better about whatever you're going through. So
yeah.
I love YouTube. YouTube's great. Oh, man.
Which is kind of funny. I actually was talking to somebody about why they watch so many try-on hauls.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That is a very, very interesting question.
And this was a great question, a great answer. She said, well, because that particular person has my body type, and I wanted to see what that looks like on my body type where I didn't have to go to the mall.
That's a very simple answer.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that makes sense. That makes complete sense.
You're like, well, now I need to go find someone that fits my body type so I can try on clothes without trying on clothes.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I was don't judge me here. I worked as a manager at American Eagle Outfitter, so I can dress a lot of people in that particular style because I know how it works on that style.
Yeah.
Well, they no longer make those sizes the way they are. They have vanity sizing. Okay, so
oh my goodness.
So that certain things, it's like, well, that's way too big to me, and it's a 0, and it's like, what's below a 0? A -2? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So vanity sizing is pretty big, and so T-shirts now, because everybody's wearing tighter T-shirts. Like this is an extra large. Mm-hmm. I had to get it because I have a long torso. They don't make clothes for particular body types. They make them as a vanity and style and that kind of deal. So, like in American Eagle, there's a really, just to let you know, they have the fashion line and they have the function line. You want to buy the function line because the fashion line falls apart. The function line actually sticks around that you'll have for a long time. Like if you have like the fleeces, like even at Old Navy, if you get some of the fleeces, like the polar fleeces, those things last for a really, really long time. Whereas the some of the other ones that have got a light, like they have no backing on the back of them, those things will fall apart in a year or two because they're just made to look good for a season. They're not made to be a long-standing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. I had no idea that one clothing store could have two different, I guess, tracks of,
Yep.
or modes, I guess. I don't know.
So yeah, if you go into them, all the trendy stuff and the fashion stuff is all in the front. The stuff that is more, the stuff that's in the middle and in the back, that's all more your function stuff.
Okay.
And I teach how to shop at Abercrombie & Fitch too. I've had to costume. Part of my job in film and television, I've had to costume. So I've had to learn those kind of things, where to get what and that kind of deal.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Side note, I just, like, after you explained that the difference and stuff and where things were located, I had a visual of myself going into the store and running and knocking down all the fashion stuff and then just darting to the back. You know, maybe yelling something like, "Screw you, fashion police," or whatever. Random thoughts. Oh my gosh! I guess we'll finish out the comments and then we'll finish
wrap
it
it up. Yeah.
So let's see here. Oh, Tommy said, "Sorry, I don't have my tapping shoes." Oh my god! Brett says, "I'm still fine with making content, but not sure about live streaming yet. Don't feel I have enough of a following to make it worth it for myself or figuring out my setup to do so." Okay, when I started live streaming, I probably had 300 people subscribe to my channel. Probably about that much. And I am fortunate enough to be involved with a group, or actually a few groups, to where, you know, Tulsa YouTubers and stuff, to where, you know, I can go share that I'm going live, and even if I don't have that many subscribers per se or whatever, or I didn't at the time, like, it was easy to share it with enough local people to where, you know, if they want to support me, they'll come say hi and stuff. And so that's been useful for me. So I'm not necessarily sure that, like, there is a number of subscribers that's right to go live. I will say I don't know. I would experiment with it. I definitely get the word out pretty often, especially if you're just starting out. And I would not, I'm going to say, if you have under 100 subscribers, it's not worth it. Because I have a friend who was going live regularly with about between 50 and 75 subs, and she was lucky to get one or two in there, because just like the amount of people that will visit your live stream versus the amount of subscribers you have it's a pretty small percentage that will watch you of your subscribers. You know, like right now we have 11 and I have 625 or whatever it is at the current time, and that just kind of tells you it's a very small amount. So I would wait at least till you got 100 subscribers to really start focusing on live streaming, because you may feel discouraged before then.
Yeah.
You know, and if you do it before 100 subscribers or whatever, like, just make sure you're sharing it with your friends when you go live, and sharing with people that you know will be there to support you, you know, and fill up the room, so to speak, you know, so you're not just feeling like you're talking to yourself. Because that can be very disheartening. Yeah.
I mean, I have a friend who does real estate, and so they'll live stream so that they can show all the potential clients a house. So they are only trying to get 5 people in the live stream. So that's the counter, you know, the 3 sides of a coin. How, you know, you present that side, and then their action was to try to sell a house. They only have 5 motivated people that wanted to be there. So it depends on what, at least in his experience, like what you're live streaming for.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, so I think that's just the counterbalance to it. But for the most part, I would say everything Carissa said is dead on from everything that I've been talking to people about. So, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get yourself discouraged, you know, too soon. Like, maybe, you know, and really, honestly, the people that visit these live streams, for the most part, not all, but for the most part, they are people that have seen or just, well, maybe not now, but like back in the day, like they saw some of my shorter videos and they liked my shorter videos, so they wanted to come in and say hi.
Yeah.
You know, and so really I feel like the best thing to do, and something that I'm going to go back to,
is edited content. I feel like that's the best because you can control the flow of your videos and keep people's attention that way. You know, you can experiment with different concepts. You can go more places in an edited video than you can with a live stream. You know, you're held back a little bit by live streams, especially like if you're wanting it to, I don't know, like what am I trying to say? Sorry, words sometimes. I don't know, like a computer setup is nice and everything. You can go live on the go, but like even on YouTube, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers before you can go live from the mobile app now. You know, so it really is easier and I don't know, safer to just start out with edited video and just focus on that. Make short clips that will attract more people that don't know you, that will be willing to put in the time to click on the video, like a 3-minute video, 5-minute video, something that's where the stakes are low for the person that doesn't know you yet. But once they do click on the video and give you a chance, they're more likely to go to your live stream when you have one.
Yeah.
And that's really how I feel like it should be built. And that's kind of what I did, and it's worked out for me. My situation may be a little different from yours, but that's just kind of my experience, what my experience has taught me so far.
Yeah.
So
I don't do a lot of the YouTube live. I do a lot of the Facebook lives for Tulsa Pop Kids. So whenever we do a major event, I'm usually the one that's going live and talking about it. Myself or Arthur Greeno will go and talk about it. I do a lot more of the Tulsa Batmobile. We're building one, a 1989 Batmobile. So a lot of weeks I am there helping wrench, work on the vehicle. And it's not at all something there where we're doing a car show. It's more I'm giving the updates to all the sponsors and the different people that are interested, because we have, with Tulsa Pop Kids, we have so many of the actors who have been to our events out in LA. They want to keep track of us. They don't watch live, but we often find out they've watched later. They'll go back and they'll follow our stream, and different people like we've had amazing people like Adam Baldwin and oh Lord, we had Kevin Sussman. We were talking about Kevin Sussman before.
I love that guy. He's such a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, my friend Jennifer Marshall, she gets on there and she comments on our Facebook stuff. We've had so many amazing actors from the Marvel, DC universes, from all over the different things. We had the cast of Chips. We had John Schneider from Smallville and from there from Dixie Hazard.
Cool.
So we've had so many great guests
epic.
that pay attention to stuff that we do. So they tune in and they see our faces and stuff like that. So whenever I go live, I have to have a bullet point list of things that are in my head. And so this is on the small thing. When I go live, it's very short and it's usually also synced right to the point. But I also, because we've got a lot of gearheads that watch later that they like to really nitpick which LS platform, like all the different car questions. So I have to know my car stuff as well as what sponsors to thank, all those different things. So I have my list of what I have to speak about, what I need to talk about, and then I have to make sure that I do it in a reasonable amount of time and that I hit it energy level, all those things, because I can be really energetic for 3 minutes at my longest, and that's usually when I'm showing somebody doing a specific skill or we've accomplished something, that kind of deal. Yeah. So that's what I do a lot of live stuff and that's why I wanted to send you guys to the Facebook, Tulsa Pop Kids Facebook Live, is because that's where I do a lot of my Facebook Live stuff is from that page on the weekends. So the Comic-Con that we're doing in October, the drive-through Comic-Con, I will be doing a live walking through there where you can see a lot of stuff, from everything from Stormtroopers to Jurassic Worlds to zombies, Wicked Witch. We're going to have some great stuff. I'm not going to give it all away, but if you're a Wizard of the Oz fan or a Wicked fan, you might be happy for some of the stuff that's going to happen.
Wizard of Oz?
Mm-hmm. So I'm working on some of the set pieces right now.
Very awesome.
So Very
cool.
And then we'll see which Galinda, or if she'll drink the apple cider or pumpkin spice.
We'll see.
Or if she'll be eating candy corn.
Oh man.
So we're gonna have some great stuff coming forward with Tulsa Pop Kids. Potential of a virtual Comic-Con of its sorts. So yes,
that'd be neat.
Yeah, and maybe Carissa will be there and we'll be drinking Death Wish coffee.
Yeah, that's
and apple cider donuts.
Yeah. All right, sounds epic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's just go ahead and whoa. Okay.
Wow, we missed a lot.
Okay.
Oops.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go through these comments as quickly as possible here, and then we will go ahead and we will
Wrap it up.
wrap it up. Yes. Let's see here. I still find okay. Did I already read this one? Yes, I did.
Hey, what does that mean, actually? I've always wondered what that particular...
I don't know. It looks like a...
Tommy!
It looks like a angry face. Like a...
Oh!
Like a...
Oh!
Like
Okay.
if I were to try to make it... Yeah, like...
I think it has to be angry because it's got the eyebrows going down.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
it's like a angry... It looks like an angry, shocked face.
Ah,
If
gotcha.
you watch South Park, their
Yeah.
eyebrows always go down like that.
Oh my
Oh!
god, I love the South Park eyebrow thing. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Their expressions are hilarious. Yeah, okay. Can't dance anymore, but I can still headbang. LOL. Teresa says, haha, that's awesome. Hey, that's great. Wichita Film says, Carissa runs Tulsa YouTubers, which has over 600 members, hence the live stream keeps us linked. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So it's, that's its own thing. Like, if I didn't have the group, perhaps not as many people would get notified when it happens.
Yeah.
I will say that I did not share. I do not think I successfully shared it on Facebook, except for on my personal page today. So
Okay.
the people that showed up today, they found me somehow. Thank you. Glad you're here.
I did share on my Facebook page as well. So
Thank you.
yeah, and it looks like I'm skipping ahead here.
No, that's
hey,
okay.
Aaron. A buddy of mine I went to grad school with, Aaron Steiner's here.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us. Oh man, glad Tommy said, okay, glad to follow you back. By the way, I have 2 other friends in Calgary as well. Oh, cool. They're talking.
I like Calgary, by the way. It's one of the I like visiting Canada. So
Huh. We're gonna have to do that sometime. Absolutely. Yeah, because I hear it's really nice up there in the summertime.
it is. Well, if you like winter sports, it's great. If you like snowmobiles and sledding and skiing and all those kind of crazy stuff, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. True Media TV. Oh, Aaron Steiner.
Yep,
huh?
that's my buddy.
Okay. Hey, I think I've seen him around here or around the internet. Don't you work on claymation stuff?
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Okay, I've
He's
seen
quite
those. Those
talented,
are
yeah.
so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool to see you here.
Yeah, check out his stuff, guys. It is really quite innovative.
Yeah. Even has Patrick Stewart in it.
Yep.
Which is epic. Well, as Patrick Stewart as the Jean-Luc Picard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jean-Luc Picard is in his stop motion animations that he does. It's so cool. And isn't Gumby on there too?
I
Maybe
think
not.
so. It's been a while.
Yeah. There's a horse. I can't remember, but it's pretty great.
Yep.
Wichita Film says, Edwin says first country to take over Turkey. Edwin is still hoping to find ham and chicken as well. Oh my gosh!
Yes, I'm telling you, Pinky and the
I
Brain.
love that. So funny. Tommy says, Edwin says he's going to be lazy and stay downstairs. Yeah, of course. Edwin is boycotting you, Tommy? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Tommy says he's just being lazy, kind of like he was last week. Yeah, for real. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Let's see here. Wichita says Edwin needed coffee last week, and it was a fun time. I added Carissa's voiceover to the video, still doing sound design. Oh, very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out. Before we got started on the live stream and everything, he had brought his equipment and everything, and he did a few things. He helped me figure out how to improve my monologues.
Okay.
Which was great. Thank you for that, Chris. Appreciate that. Right on. And he also brought his computer and his stuff and had me do a voiceover of screaming. Like I was dying, like I was being murdered. And then, I screamed and everything. And then I also, what else did it? Oh yeah, I screamed and then I said, "Oh no, don't do that," or something. I can't remember, but yeah, it was very dramatic. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
Gotcha. Okay.
I've never been in someone's voiceover before, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Teresa says, I've been enjoying watching some of my favorite bands giving free live concerts on YouTube. Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Very cool. Yeah. Okay. Brett says, I'm at 188, but I'll try to grow more. Thanks for the insights. I'm solo as well, so not live streaming yet. Well, okay. Well, Brett, I'm happy that I could help with my experience and stuff, and I wish you lots of luck, and let me know when you go live sometime in the future, and I will try to be there and be your supporter and hang out and all that good stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'll definitely want to be there for that. Mallory says, mine? I'm a yellin'.
Ah, yes.
Oh, okay. It was a reaction to the football comment. Chiefs rule.
Chiefs are awesome, my friend. Yes, I'm. But I'm a Lions fan. So.
How funny. People get really into their teams,
Yeah.
It's kind of mind-blowing to see how angry someone could get at another person for being on the wrong team or the wrong team.
Because, I've worked with as cameraman for both OSU and OU. And so I have polos and stuff for both teams when I'm working with them. Mm-hmm. When people see that and they see them both in my car, they're like, oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Doesn't their brain just want to explode on itself or something? Because it's just like, wow, like OU versus OSU in the same car? Jeez.
So, yeah, it's crazy. Now, here's the funniest part. I did a charity event for the Children's Cancer Fund down in Dallas. Mm-hmm. I was working the event, and I was putting up all the projectors, working with the crew, and the company was there. They had also hired me to be Batman in cosplay to walk down one of the cancer patients down the aisle. And you've seen it.
I've seen the picture
of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's really funny is dressed as Batman, one of the Dallas Cowboys players goes, so is Batman a Cowboys fan? I said, actually, Batman is a Lions fan. And he just looked at me like, oh, and then he's like, no, that's okay. You stick with, animals, stick together.
Oh, how funny!
But I won't tell you which particular quarterback said that to me. It was pretty hilarious. So yeah, I've got to meet some great people, and the Dallas Cowboys, they have some amazingly generous players. The Dak Prescott is phenomenal. Tony Romo, I know he's a highly controversial character. Football player, but he spent a ton of money to just support cancer research and those kind of things. So
cool! That's really nice.
So yeah, it's pretty amazing. And so I don't know any of the Chiefs, but I have met many of those the Cowboys from about 3 years ago, cool. So they are phenomenal. Yeah. So not to just go on those, but yeah, they were fun. So even I said in front of Dallas Cowboys official players that I'm a Lions fan. So
that's pretty funny. I'm glad they took it well.
Yes.
Surprisingly well.
I was going to say, I don't know that I have a picture of that, but I might have a picture I can show of here we go. There we go. Here is, okay, so there is me as Batman. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
how
that's me.
Funny. You make a really good Batman.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Mallory is talking about potentially doing a Poison Ivy with me in the 89
cool.
Batman Batmobile. So
that sounds fun.
Yeah. So we've got some amazing cosplayers in the area that are going to be doing some stuff with us, and I will be dressed as Batman driving the 89 Batmobile.
Nice.
So yeah. So we will be doing a live, and I will be doing a live as Batman from the Batmobile.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Anytime. All right, let's see. We're almost finished up here. Calgary hosted the 1988 Winter Olympics.
Yep. Oh, that's right. They did. And if I remember correctly, that is the Olympics that had both Eddie the Eagle and had the Cool Runnings, which would have been the Jamaican bobsled team.
gosh, Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a movie?
Yep.
Yeah, and I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was a good movie. Back in the day. True Media TV says, I did, but too friggin' time consuming.
That would have been Aaron talking about his, his stop motion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that. Like, every frame probably takes a while to set up. Oh my gosh, what a headache.
Depending on what he was shooting at, it was 24 frames per second. So it's going to be 24 different individual pictures per second of film.
Right, that makes total sense. And oh my gosh, I can see why you're not doing that anymore. Oh my gosh. Too bad there's not an easier way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, if you look at all the old classic animations, like King Kong, just think of all of that, 24 frames per second.
Oh my gosh.
So, and even if you go back in to watch, let's go back as far as 93. So we're going to take a look at Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Park blends both CGI into stop motion. So there's both that are in there.
I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, so they use some brilliant use of puppets and miniatures with the CGI, and that's what makes it so real. Okay.
Whoa.
They also built some full size ones. So like in the scene at the bridge, well, we'll call it the bridge, but it's where the lawyer gets eaten out of the restroom and the gate breaks. That is actually a full size T-Rex.
Really?
Yep. So you have a full size T-Rex with miniatures with the CGI, and that's why the Jurassic Park still holds up to this day. It's because they use all the techniques, but they did it so seamlessly you can't tell the difference.
Wow. You're right. I can't. Wow, that's pretty
Jurassic
cool.
Park.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, I looked at your shirt like, huh.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite movies, and part of it is technique. And that goes back to why when we were talking about editing with the boys, I am not a huge fan of it because I felt the editing was not as strong in the first episodes as compared to the last episodes. It's how it's made. Yeah, so just cycling back to the beginning because the boys is the first thing on the list.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
For sure. Man, I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. Let's see here. The voiceover works. The scene is intense with it. Oh, good.
Yeah.
I was hoping I didn't come across as too like. I wanted to make sure it sounded real, and I don't know how real versus forced or fake I sounded because I was like having trouble getting in the moment and pretending to be murdered. So since I have never been murdered before, it was kind of hard to imagine. But you know, I'm glad it worked. So yes. Candy Sweet says no freaking way. Hey Candy Sweets, how's it going? Alright, Teresa says my favorite Batman has always been Adam West. Oh my gosh, Adam West. Yes.
Oh yeah. He is awesome. Yeah. He's so much fun, and I'm my ultimate all-time favorite is Michael Keaton, and then with Adam West is my second. So yep.
Yep.
I know Dark Knight fans are just going nuts right now because I just said that.
How dare you? Oh man. Well, that's cool. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. It's almost 3 hours.
Holy cow.
Look at
we're
that.
doing good.
We are doing really good. And it was really fun chatting with you.
I agree. It was a blast.
Yeah, and also hearing what you guys have to say. Yeah. It's always interesting to hear your read your comments and your questions and answer them and stuff. So thank you for all of that, and thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Yep.
And once again, just if you are interested in learning more about what Daniel does, be sure to check out his Facebook page. It's in the description. Tulsa Pop Kids is the name of the Facebook.
Yep. It's a nonprofit that promotes literacy here in Oklahoma. Literacy and education. So, like I said, I live stream a lot there. You'll see my posts and different things from all of the different individuals that volunteer with us. And we really look forward to you guys embracing and seeing those things so you can learn how we can actually help the next generation grow into educational efforts for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well said.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. And with that said, I guess we will head out and we will I will be back next Friday at around 9 p.m. Central Time. So, yeah. If you enjoyed tonight, please be sure to like this live stream and maybe come back next Friday and say hi again. I would love to see you. And remember, we are all potato chips in this bag called life, and we are stronger together. You guys take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Eat your candy corn.
Oh yeah, candy corner. Right, all the stuff. Do all the things. Thank you for coming out, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, awkward moment. Oh, there's the outro. Okay.
Oh, outro.
Oh, for newcomers, the outro is still not correct. Sunday at 7:30 is not correct. It's actually Friday at 9 p.m. Sorry, I'll change it soon. My bad. All right. Out. Bye.